A kind day to you all. I'm Kinsmark.
And I'm Violeta.
Checking in on Escape from Tarkov, because I had some issues in this game. Anyone that saw the episode that I put out, I think, about a day ago, can already see what it is I'm checking in on, because the last few updates for this game have caused some issues on my end. I can't say with any certainty if the issues that I had are something that many other people are running into.
Or if they're unique to us.
Yeah, a concise rundown is simply to say that certain maps, customs in particular, suddenly saw a huge FPS hit, and I could not get in some areas more than 10 to 15 frames per second. And anyone that's seen my series or any of the streams for this game so far is aware that that's out of the norm for me. I'm usually running this at a pretty solid, like 50 to 60 FPS, and so that concerned me because I hadn't changed anything on my end. So I just updated the game. Apparently one rolled out this morning, and just checking this main menu and kind of clicking around on a few things. I'm not seeing the stutters here, so I'm going to play a few matches, and
we're going to hope that it's been fixed.
Yeah, I'm going to compare pretty much all the maps except for Interchange, because I haven't recorded my first impressions of that map yet, so that's the one thing I'm not going to check. I'm going to do at least one run on each map, that way I can at least see if it's fixed, because that's my main concern for today.
Alright, so checking in with chat, we have Shield, who says, Hiya.
How goes?
We'll be chat dark for a bit. One of my lots is being toured on another stream.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
That's a really cool
says,
thing.
it was at this moment Ken realized it was Thursday. Nah, JK, it's Friday.
You can't fool me, because we checked.
We checked, we did. Zero is here and says hi.
Cheers, mate.
At least I'm pretty sure that says Zero.
Oh.
I think that's it.
I used to know a Zero. He was a hacksaw, like actually legit, like one of the like gray hat kind of guys.
Yes, that is Zero. That's definitely Zero.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Cheers,
just,
good to have you.
Unfortunately, the color of text that my version decided to
you got defaulted to a really pale teal, so your name is hard to read against the gray text
so
for
I was
the chat.
Squinting at it, like I'm not sure. Sock Sandwiches, just bought Fallout 4 on PC.
Hey, enjoy.
Awesome, enjoy the mods.
Yeah, have
also,
fun.
Enjoy the Metro mod for Fallout 4.
If you're looking for a really well voice acted quest mod, look no further than the Metro. I have no relation or interest to that project at all. No, never. I don't voice a main character in it. Huh? Anyway, let's see, what am I going to roll with? I think I may just roll Scav.
Let's just do a Scav run
that way. Yeah, if it's terrible, I don't,
lose anything.
Die because of stupid glitches. So I'm just going to make room.
Scav,
and then I'll just hatchy or pistol run if
so
I
we
die
don't
as a
lose
Scav.
too much, yeah.
Alright, so Scav, and I'll just start at Shoreline. Actually, no, I'll start at Customs, because that's the one that I had the most issue with.
Okay.
So
sounds good.
I'll just start at the most likely offender.
Let's see. Zero says, just watch a great match in the World Cup between Spain and Portugal.
Oh, cool.
That's right. That was happening now, wasn't it?
Yeah, World Cup is going on like right now. I can't say I really keep up with football/soccer all that much. I have some friends that are like super duper into it. I'm just not really much of a team sports kind of guy. Like, the only things that I usually enjoy watching that are televised for sports are like boxing matches. Like even MMA I'm not really into, even though I'm a martial artist myself. MMA fights just, I don't know, they don't really interest me. I like really watching the individual strategy of boxing though. It's a fun sport for me to watch.
Sock Sandwich says, I want an NCR armor mod so bad.
There is one. There's a very good one, in fact.
Do you remember the name of it?
Shit, I don't remember the name exactly. Just search the highest rated armor mods on the Nexus. There is a really good NCR armor mod that there's even some like sub mods that allow you to convert like the Minutemen into having this NCR gear for their default. I don't personally run that. I much prefer. Yeah, you could. I much prefer some of the other Minutemen revision mods. Still, though, the options are there. Sadly, there aren't that many good NCR riot armor, like the Ranger, the black armor thing, mods. There's a small handful. I'm still waiting on a really good one, though. Like, I know there's the one that is, like, super high poly and everybody raves about. I've had a lot of glitches with it though, and honestly, I'm not super fond of its color palette. So
Well, if you didn't have glitches, I would be like, hand it to me
Yeah.
and I'll fix the color palette for you. But
yeah, it's just the coding
if
of
it's been
it.
glitching, then
is-
I can't fix the coding. I don't know how to
Exactly,
fix that.
it's sort of a mess. Like I'll run into like modifications that once I apply them to a set, I can't remove, even if I take it off on the workbench. So like it's glitchy enough that I just don't run it.
Yeah.
I have spotlit a couple of good NCR Riot Armor style mods, usually coats at least over the chest plate of the Riot Armor. So, alright! Cool, good news so far! I'm looking at a smooth frame rate again! Awesome, like obviously a little lag spike here and there. I mean, that's just Tarkov. It's not a slideshow though.
Let's see. Sock sandwiches, yes. Empire says, I gotta fit the... Sorry.
One moment. Yeah, how's it going?
My apologies.
Didn't
Pyro
somebody-
says, I got a 5th edition player's handbook for D&D today.
Hey, cheers. Enjoy.
Tomorrow is free RPG
Yes.
day.
Guys, if any of you guys live anywhere close to hobby shops that trade in tabletop gaming supplements and you're interested, look up, I think it's freerpgday.com. Maybe correct me if I'm mistaken there. There is a site for it. It's easily searchable.
RPG day.
They have a participating retailer finder on the site. Okay, that's it. And then the participating retailers that actually partake in this annual event hand out little, like, thin supplements. Was that line always in the game?
I don't think so.
That was a cheeky bricky line.
Also,
You dumb
guess
kid.
what?
All right.
There's a Starfinder and a Pathfinder thing.
Yeah,
This year.
It was actually a Starfinder thing that I saw on Twitter that alerted me to the fact that this Saturday is Free RPG Day.
So I need to look up when our local one that we're going to go to.
Yeah. So the rules are a little different from one store to another. Usually it's you can go and grab one of each from a stack of little free products that a lot of tabletop companies will distribute for the sake of the event.
And it's usually first come, first serve.
Yeah, it's usually first come, first serve. You're usually going to look at seeing like short little adventure modules for this system or that, or short little like starter sets for rules of this usually independent system or that. So it's a really cool event that I like to check out the releases from every year. So yeah, if any of you guys are into tabletop and you want to support the industry of independent creation, because those are a lot of people that really participate in it, I'd highly encourage you to go and check that out tomorrow if you're here in the States anyway. I don't know if Free RPG Day is an international thing. Like, can someone check and see, like, are there participating retailers for Free RPG Day in Europe? Because I honestly do not know.
I'm looking at it and it's
Like, if you go to the...
I can't really seem to...
Well, just, like, go to their search thing for it and just search, like, London or something.
Well, I'll try.
Because that's what I did. I searched our town and it showed me a list of the ones within
Nothing is
a few
happening.
miles.
Nada. I'm clicking search and it's...
Okay, well...
Oh, wait.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Huh? Is it actually...
Yeah, London.
Oh, awesome!
London.
So it is international.
Cool. Let's see. What's a good Canadian town?
Sudden total expanse of white nothingness in my head.
Sock Sandwiches also just got out of school today.
Hey, cheers.
Congratulations! Welcome to summer.
Congrats. Enjoy your freedom while it lasts. Vancouver? V-A-N-C-O-U. V-E-R.
I can't just click enter. I have to actually go and click the search. And
Oh.
it does look like it is
Cool.
also in... Yeah, so it is...
So, Free RPG Day is international event. Go, enjoy, partake. It is a good time. And also a lot of stores, especially the ones that have like the table set up for running like sessions, and groups for things like D&D and Pathfinder and Starfinder, that kind of thing, will often have someone there to host sessions of the short modules that people put out for Free RPG Day. So you may actually have a chance to go and either sit in on or participate in a session of this, that, or the other.
My beloved.
Yeah?
It's not just 8th Dimension.
Oh, I know.
The Dragon Slayer is also.
I know.
And Beyond the Dungeon.
Yeah. It's just 8th Dimension is the one on our way out of town.
I know.
So.
I'm just looking at it because I didn't realize all these were here.
Yeah, also, free plug. They don't even know we exist, really.
They don't know we exist.
They know us as semi-regular customers. 8th Dimension Comics and Games. It's a good comic shop and tabletop shop here in the Houston area. If you are hereabouts, go check them out. They're cool people over there. And they have special ordered things that they didn't have on the shelf.
No
and
results
that I wanted.
found in Quebec.
Oh, well. Sorry. So yeah, they're a very accommodating store. So if you're in this area, go.
That's probably because it's.
Oh, that's a good thing.
It's not. Is Quebec an actual city, or is that just a?
Well, there is a Quebec city. Quebec is itself a province, though, or I think it's province, state. The Canadian equivalent to our states. A portion of Canada.
Okay, there is one in Quebec, the city.
Okay.
It's just. If I typed in Quebec just by itself, it didn't know what I was talking about, so I had to type in Quebec, Canada.
Gotcha.
So if you guys are, the best way to search on freerpgday.com, the retailer locator, is to type in town/city name and then the country.
Man,
or if you're in a state or something like that, then put in the state.
I don't remember what, like, the major city in Ontario is. Because I know that's the area of Canada that Bob's in. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
Don't look at me. I don't know these things. I'm just letting you know that if you have, like, if that's what you're trying to do, just putting in the name of the city doesn't always work.
Yeah.
So you might actually have something near you if you're interested. You just have to be a little bit weird about how you search term.
Yeah.
And clicking enter doesn't do anything, so you actually have to use your mouse and click the search button.
So I'm heading, like, straight for an evac, assuming I remember which is which, because I still get turned around on customs, because I finally found a Salewa, which means I can finally turn in that goddamn quest for the therapist and get rid of all these friggin' Salewas cluttering up my inventory.
Do you need to look up a vat?
Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe, though.
Sorry about all the coughing, guys. I've had a resurgence of the cough today.
I'm starting to shake it. Hers is getting worse again.
I'm hoping I'm not, like, backsliding on the being sick thing.
I don't know.
Because my nose is getting all stuffy again, and I'm like, no, I was better. Please stop. But
also,
my body is mean, so we don't know.
Cool updates. I can't share too many details about with you guys. I can at least just say in general, though, that I've enjoyed it the last couple of days. I've spent a fair amount of time networking for... Oh, hey, here we go. For voice acting stuff, and I've come across a couple of good potentials for small roles and one particularly large role if it actually hashes out the way that it seems like it may.
It's very exciting. We're super excited.
Yeah, I'm like really excited because I'm actually finally starting to see some appreciable, like, headway. And
all right, so you might want to take out all the Salewas from.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's in your backpack.
Well, no, it's in my, like, chest rig thing.
Yeah, I know. I meant in the other one.
I know. You know what? I'll take the vest with me, too.
You're just going to take it?
Why not? Okay, so I wonder if she'll let me, like, hand it to her from worn things. I don't know. Let's see.
Probably not.
Therapist, tasks. Nope. Okay. So, wait, no. How do I...
Over.
How do I give them to you? Okay, hang on. Take that out. Take that out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I have them all in my inventory now. So take them because it knows I have 5 of them.
Hand over.
Take them! How do I make
Do
you
we
take
have to
them?
sell?
No, because that's just monies. How in the hell?
Want me to look it up?
Sure. And oh, there.
You push the button.
Okay, I didn't realize it was a button. I thought it was just text telling me hand over. Like, okay, there we go. Ta-da! Cool.
Oh,
So, free
wait,
meds.
does that mean you could have handed them over individually as you got them?
Probably.
So you should probably...
So yeah, finish. Thank you, young man. Got any other ones? Yeah, here
Operation Aquarius.
we go. Okay.
Do you want me to read it?
No, I think I may save this for an episode or something. What is it exactly that she needs?
No, you don't. You have to
Water.
pick up. Maybe it's scrolling and it'll say it at the bottom.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, okay. Alright. So, interesting. Alright, I'll definitely do an episode on that one, because I don't really know exactly what that means. So, sanitary standards. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, I think I have the thing for this. Okay, cool.
What is it?
I think it's because she wants one of these detector things. Alright, I'll read this one. Good afternoon, I have an urgent job for you. It's important for all who still live or more precisely exist in our woeful region. You know where the chemical factory is, doesn't matter now what was produced there and what's happening there now. I mean, who controls it or tries to secure it? I have firm suspicion that some sort of poison is leaking from the factory premises into the groundwater, and because of the lack of supplies from the outside, we are all forced to drink this water, do you understand? Even the filters are no longer effective. If we do not resolve this issue, no one will need ammo and grenades before long. To figure it out, I need the readings of radio and gas analyzers, which should be in the factory shops next to the water pump, to look for a small separate room right in next to the shops where they should be. So, I have gas analyzer. Yes. Take it. Get it out of my inventory. Cool. So, more first aid. Excellent. About time! I took all of 10 seconds, lady! You did an important service to many. Okay, cool.
There's a new one. Part 2.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got here? Oh god, you need another one? Okay. Yeah, radio and gas analyzers. Okay, well I'm not going to take that now because I don't have one, so... Okay, cool. That at least frees
But
up...
if we get one when we test factory,
Yeah.
then...
Yeah, that at least
that
frees up
means
a
you
fair
can
amount of
free
room.
up stuff in your rig, so you can plop more things in.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Cool. Soxair says, alright, I'm gonna go play Fallout 4.
Enjoy, matey.
Enjoy that. Shield says back. Welcome back.
Coleman.
Do you want to put stuff in it?
Yeah, I think I'll stash some of my spare car medkits in there. There we
Because
go.
you need to move your
I have
guns.
room. I know. Actually, I'll put that one there. Put my scav vest on. Actually, I'll put those in the scav vest. Put you in there, and I'll just rock that. Because it's
I thought we were gonna hatchy run.
I mean, I've got a shitty Vepper. I may as well use it. Because the fact that customs isn't acting up is a good sign.
Shield says they loved it. Now I need to build more lots. I only have 2 more finished lots with a 3rd one that is just waiting for seasons.
Cool. That's super cool. Armor piercing. Okay. I'll take ammo with me. Why not? Okie dokie. Apologies if it seems like I'm really, like, sprinting through some of this stuff. I'm really just sort of trying to get things squared away. So, alright. Free money. Actually, the hell? Can't I stack that? Weird.
Maybe it just didn't like it from that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh dear god, that's a lot of meds. It's good, because I need a lot of meds. It's just, oh, that's more than I thought. Okay. I am stocked for medicine for the time foreseeable. Okay, I don't think I can stack things on this menu. That's what I'm starting to think here. Oh god, splints. They're useless. I never use them, ever.
But we can
I can sell them. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. Here you go. Thanks for these. They were very useful as money. There we go.
Alright, now go and stack things.
Yeah, I'm gonna stack my rubles. There we go. So I can stack it on this menu.
They just didn't like stacking on that other one.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So... That'll do. That'll do for now.
I'm starting to suspect that I am, in fact, backsliding.
Yeah?
On the being sick thing. Because I do not feel good right now.
It's no fun, so.
Yeah. That's okay. Happens.
Alright, I'm not going to worry about insuring anything. And also, heads up for you guys, we are going to spend the next couple of days out of town because her dad wanted to spend the weekend for Father's Day.
And his birthday.
Yeah, that too. I always forget that those coincide most years.
That's because we always celebrate them together because they're always so close.
Yeah. He wanted to head out to the country land and get some time away to just go and chill and enjoy some time unplugged for a while. So we are going to go and join them down there. They actually left today. We're going to head out tomorrow afternoon, so that means that y'all probably won't have the ability to reach me super well until like Monday or Tuesday. I'll still have my I'll still have my phone with me, so if you direct message me on Discord, I'll probably find it within a few hours of you messaging me. The immediacy with which I usually respond to things is off the table for a few days, just a fair heads up. I think the most I'm going to do online while we're out there is probably coordinating with the contacts through Discord that I've got for some of these VO jobs.
In other words, I need to make sure we have a mic with us.
Well, I'm not going to be recording down there.
No, I mean, so if we need to voice chat, we can?
Yeah. Actually, I can probably just voice chat with my phone. Because, I mean, it's a phone.
I have no idea how that works, though, so...
The mic quality probably won't sound great. And it should work, though. Does anyone know if you can voice chat on an iPhone through Discord?
I don't know.
I would assume you can.
Says Moxley is scary with all the purple and the white eyes. So I take it we are going to be changing her when we get back to XCOM 2.
That's okay. We can make that happen. So outskirts is my exit, and yeah. Alright. Whoa. Okay, aside from that little lag spike there, Woods is looking good.
Much
this
improved?
This is another one where I had a fair amount of stutter. And it has returned to normal. Cool. I don't know what it was that they jacked up with one of their little mini patches. Looks like they fixed it within about a day, though, so cool. I am happy to see this.
Can we, like...
This is good news.
What is that?
Cigarettes. Anything in the jaqueta? Anything at all? Hot rod! Yeah, okay.
Not really.
Not really.
Shield says, yep. Pyro says yes with a question mark, and I don't know what that was in response to. Because I don't remember.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Did we ask a question?
I don't remember asking questions.
I don't know.
Maybe I just spaced out, because...
We might have.
I have not slept amazingly well, so my ability to keep track of multiple things at once is not at its highest point right now.
Yeah, and Shield says on their friends' XCOM 2 thing, Rangers are still the red shirts of the team in their playthrough.
That sounds like it's probably just their playstyle then. Because, like, Rangers probably do fall more than most on mine. They don't drop, like, all the time, though, so...
It probably is playstyle.
Yeah.
Which makes a big difference on how things go.
Oh, totally. And, like, you can play XCOM 2
Oh, and Pirate says, I think you can use a phone for Discord voice.
Oh, that's what he's referring to. Okay.
He's not... I think he's not entirely sure, because that's why there was a question mark.
Yeah. Hi, friend! He looks like a hatchie.
There he goes.
Yeah, there he goes. Hey, friend. How's it going? Whoa! Oh. Nope. None of that.
Where'd he go? The sun glares.
You got a gun, mate? I don't think you got a gun. Yeah, you're a hatchie. Oh, you got a gun. About to get some lead, too.
Shield says, the last playthrough, we all thought that the poor ranger was going to die early on in the last mission. It turns out that we didn't lose anyone.
Oh, cool.
Well, at least there's that.
Good
oh,
times.
green smoke. Were they trying to extract?
Emphasis on trying. Is that a Stechkin? Oh, it's an APS. I'll take it. Shit, man. That was a nice gun for you to just run in like a madman. What are you doing?
Maybe he found it.
Yeah, he may have just picked it up. Oh. Oh, yes. Screw you, ammo. Give me that so I can keep it. Ha ha! Alright, that was a cool find. Okie dokie. How am I doing on ammo here? Okay, cool. Fresh mag.
Can we open these?
Yep. These often have guns in them, so I'm starting to wonder if maybe he pulled it out of here. Why he didn't just run the hell away, though, I don't know. No, these are fresh. Hey, shotgun.
Ooh, is that a stock?
I'll take that. Yeah, I don't have room for it. Well, actually... You know what? Let me spend... Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that's... Okay, discard then.
And those haven't been... You haven't looked at those.
What, the ammo? Yeah, I had.
No, I mean, it says question mark.
No, that's because I don't know how many rounds are in it.
Oh. What about the little black one?
Yeah, let's
Can you open that?
Anything good? I need to get a pack because I'm already like full. E2 pistol, Saga mag. Nope. Okay. Not useful. Like, this is why, for a while, I used to think these junky, dust coverless Vepers were just friggin' trash guns. And to a certain extent, they are. The thing is, they're still firing 7.62.
So they're better for actually...
Like, they pack a punch. I would rather...
Do we want to extract now that we have our cool little pistol?
Yeah, which means I gotta get it that way. I mean, I have it in my alpha, so, I mean, I'll keep it even if I die.
It'd be nice to take the other stuff with us.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Like, I would still like to make it out with even my junky little Veper here, because, as you've just seen, it's good for dealing with incidental
fights.
fights.
I'm not entirely sure that we have room for that.
We may or may not. I mean, if I just keep it on me.
What about in that wrecked car?
There's not much in there. I've checked that multiple times. It just
I
doesn't...
figured. I just wanted to know for sure.
Yeah,
That's why I asked.
It doesn't seem like it's a common loot spawn place. Now, there is one area in the lumberyard where stuff does spawn with some regularity that it doesn't seem like a lot of people know about. At least I rarely see people there.
I do not feel good all of a sudden.
I'm sorry. Hopefully you don't...
backslide too much.
Yeah, especially while we're down in Gonzales.
It's supposed to be fun. Tomorrow is my dad's birthday. I don't want to be sick on my dad's birthday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard a shooty shoot.
I did too.
And it came from this way, so I think someone's hiding out on one of these ridges.
I don't see.
I don't either. They're probably up there somewhere. Because the thing is, like, if you've got a long-scoped rifle, you can hide out a ways from people in this game, and...
And it's really hard to see them.
Yeah. Like, I know a lot of people think that sniper rifles are, like, they're really hard nerfed in this game. No, they're not. They're just accurately difficult to use, because projectile travel time is a thing, and so is, like, the ability to lead targets and all that, so, like, heaven forbid, sniping is hard in the real world! And this game is a very, like, simulationist approach to its ballistics, which is to say that, yeah, it's also really hard to hit people reliably at long range in this game. If you're good at it, though, you can really toy with people with nigh impunity from a few places on these wide maps like this. I think those shots I was hearing were coming from cabin in the woods.
Yeah. I do not know what you want to do. Pyre says the second hand on that watch freaks me out.
Oh, because it's moving so fast, yeah.
Because
that's one of those things where, like, if I were to... Ooh, hey, free medkit. Oh, no space.
Well, yeah, we don't have a backpack. Is there
Yeah.
any backpack?
I'm gonna have to find a dead guy. Where, like, if I were running a strange, like, surrealist tabletop session, like, in a modern setting, and I wanted to just unnerve people,
The
then
second hit, like...
yeah, like toying with time and how clocks are functioning is a real good, like, quick and reliable way to do that. Where, like, you look at your watch and the seconds don't seem to happen as quickly as they should. It seems to take about 10 seconds for every second to click. Like, something like that.
And then
It's just...
you have the wonder, is it the clocks
Is
that are
it-
the problem, or is it really taking that much longer?
Yeah. Oop. Hi, friend.
He saw us.
Oh, yeah. Ow. 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 Uh-oh. Nope, that's not the key that I wanted to hit. That's a fat old nope. Oh, I did not hotkey my medkit.
You did not.
Nope. Fuck off! Fuck off! Get into the gypsy cart! Oh god! Ah! Okay, no. Crouch! Okay, alright. Alright. Reload. Reload. There we go. There we go. Hotkey those. Use that. How am I... Oh, I'm actually relatively fine. He just destroyed one of my legs. Okay.
Does the splint help with that?
No, the splint is specifically for fall damage.
Oh.
The painkillers, however...
Because I was wondering, because there was a splint on that bed a little ways back.
Is that a dead guy right there? I think that's a dead guy right there.
Careful, there's still the dude.
Ha! Yeah, we all got problems. Shut up! I don't trust y'all, yep. And that's why. Oof. I think I just in and outed his lungs.
There's another one.
Yeah, I know, there's somebody else out there. I'm just gonna hang out.
They were shooting at somebody else.
Yep. I'm just gonna hang out in my little cart and just let the crazy world do what it's gonna do outside. Ooh.
There is a fight going on somewhere.
Yes, indeedy. Alright, give me that. You know what? Do you have a pack on? You do have a pack on. Alright, I'm gonna run out just long enough to grab his pack.
Be very careful.
Oh yeah, I know.
Because they were shooting at something.
It's happening over at the little portable houses, though. Okay.
Shield is BRB.
Ooh, that's a nice Saiga. I will take it. Give me that pack. Give me that rig.
So is this a scav?
Give me them shades, yeah. Sometimes scavs spawn with decent gear. Okay. Oh.
Where?
Hi, sir! How's your day going? Holy fuck.
He thought we were dead, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Alright, just give me all... Give me...
No free room for that item.
Oh, I haven't searched it. Oh, God, okay. I'll come out and search these in more detail here in a second. I gotta get out of the open. Okay, alright, here we go.
I am shocked that worked.
Yeah, me too! Okay, now, in relative safety... Yeah, freaking fish. I don't need fish.
Eat it.
Key, okay. Another key, okay. Yep, eat that.
Paris says, so if every second took 10 seconds, would that make a minute feel like an hour and an hour feel like almost 3 days?
Mm-hmm.
Nice and creepy. Drop the splint.
Yeah, hang on. Let's see, is there any grenades in here? Or is this an ammo thing?
Because I'm assuming the splint isn't...
Dang, it's ammo.
Oh, I thought
Oh, there's movement outside. I'm just...
Yeah, it's making me really...
It's not very close, so... Okie dokie. Let's also see how this Saiga's doing. Dang, this thing is fancy. Okay, full up. Good times.
So where's our extract?
Oh god, it's so fancy and yet impossible to aim with. Because it's got that cool rail and no optic.
In other words, we need to put an optic on it.
Yeah. So, extract is like way over there. Which, with my gimpy leg means...
That's a problem.
I need to make... I need to make the most of my one dose of painkillers. And I'm waiting until I'm not hearing shots for a while to just cut through the lumberyard that way and make it as far as I can.
Should we get the dude we dropped?
Yeah, I'm not going to get that one over there. He's a little too out there and exposed. I'm going to get this guy, though. Ooh, he's got a nicer pack, too.
Oh.
Okay, alright, come on. Go. Ooh, he's got a Tokarev.
Ooh, he's got armor.
Come on. Okay. Whoop. Packception. Give me that Tokarev. Give me that armor. You can keep your stupid hat. Okay. And dose of painkillers. Let's go.
Do the... Oh, what happened? We're bleeding.
I know. It's because I'm sprinting with an injury. So it worsens the injury a little. However, I can patch it up with a med kit because I really want to get out of the open. Because the good thing is I don't have a bleeding wound. Because that's the real danger of sprinting while injured, is if you have a bleeding wound and you sprint, there's a real good chance you'll tear it open, and you'll start bleeding again. And therefore have to use another bandage to close it up.
Gotcha. I want ladies.
Yeah, supposedly they're coming when, like, character customization for, like, facial presets and stuff is added. It's just not super high on their priorities.
Of course not, because you got to get like all the groundwork done.
Yeah,
first.
they're working more on getting the system and the servers all hashed out first, which I understand.
But the fact that ladies are coming in the first place make me happy.
So the zone's not so much of a or a sausage fest. There we go. That's what I was going for. Oh, hi. Are you a person? Or is that just a weirdly dark leaf? Okay. Yeah, that was just part of the tree. For some reason, it really looked like a crouched down dude, though.
It did.
Okay, alright.
Should you patch up with my kid again?
Here we go. Alright, we are now like 2/3 of the way there, so...
Harris says the zone is still a stalker fest, though.
It's still a stalker fest, it just need not be such a sausage fest, you know what I mean.
I was always very sad about the lack of ladies in the zone.
And I understand that it would probably stay predominantly male populated, just due to the types of personalities that a place like that would attract. Still though, like especially amongst like the ecologists or even duty, like there's a lot of military women in Ukraine and Russia that certain factions I could still see having at least somewhat of a percentage of women in, and just none of them are there.
I just want a handful, you know?
Yeah.
I don't need a lot, just a little.
And hell, even Freedom, I could see. Like, their whole, like, do whatever! If there's some chick that's just like, you know what, I'm gonna go hang out in the zone and I'll pop a cap at anybody that doesn't like that idea, I think Freedom would definitely accept her. Oh, what?
Take it.
Yeah, not gonna complain. Weird. I'll take it, though.
This is the outskirts, apparently.
The outskirts exit is usually like 50 yards that way, though.
Apparently it's much larger than we think it is.
Yeah, well, it moves a little within the same general area, so... Okay. Oh, I killed a player. Oh, that's right, because I took his freaking tag. I remember things. Okie dokie. Oh, yeah, that was the dude I got the APS from.
Uh-huh.
I remember that. Totally. Don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so drop you there. And...
Sell the dog tag, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I can at least make some room here. Alright.
And you have a couple of keys.
Yeah, what are you going? Oh, you're for ARs. So I can sell that. Oh, pardon me. Okay, so you are also for an AR system, which once again I do not have, so I can sell those. I need to fill. I don't know why I said it so weird. These mags. There we go. Okie dokie. We good. And I can put in a med kit and some painkillers.
What else is in that duffel?
That is a good question. Okay, so I got a spare Salewa. I'll drop you over there. Where are you? Mushroom 205. Okay, I'll keep that one. This one I'm not going to. So you...
That's the one you're keeping?
Yeah. Also, someone told me that the guard desk key here is apparently like one of the rarest keys in the game.
Ah.
I just had it and like didn't even notice.
Maybe take out the one that you want to keep, so when you go on your sell run, you don't sell the wrong one. Okay.
I really
And you have
don't know.
another key.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so okay, sell that, and what? I don't even have enough space in my stash for my pay.
Put the key that you're keeping back in.
Yeah. Jeez. A good problem to have. It's just still a problem. Okay, there we go. Rapora. Purchase mine extras. And
I think that was it.
yeah, I've got plenty of vert grips. So actually, hang on. Does my new Saiga? It does not. It does not have a vert grip. So we're just gonna mod this thing to high hell.
Put an optic on it.
There we go.
So you can use it.
What kind of? Here we go. Oh god, hollow or no? I'll put that thing on there. Or will I? That's no. Never mind. I'll put the hollow on. God, this thing is clunky. It looks like it'd weigh 1,000 pounds. Jesus. There's so much stuff. This is a mall ninja shotgun. Like, whoa. Okay.
Can you put the rubles back up, or are you?
No, it's because I capped
full
out, so I'd made a new stash somewhere, or a new stack rather.
Can we move those down with the rest of your money, or is there not?
I need a wallet.
Well,
Yeah,
there is a spot.
Yeah, because I sold some stuff. There we go.
Maybe move the other thing over one.
Yeah, actually, there we go.
Put your key.
There we go.
Well, you still have one key to put there that you're keeping.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why I was confused as to why you were doing it that way.
Knew that. Okay.
What about
alright.
the 303 key?
I think I'm just gonna sell that. I think somebody told me that's one of the most common keys in the game. Okay, so Saga Mags.
You put one there and then sideways. Are you gonna sell them?
That's the thing, is like, I don't know if I want to run this thing or just run my shitty Vepr. I don't have a place to put it.
I don't suppose we can backpack section more stuff, can we?
No, because this one is full.
Wait, can we put some of those in the duffel? How big is the scav backpack?
It's this.
No, I mean like the shape.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm just curious because I wanted to know if we can open that duffel and put stuff in there.
Theoretically, yeah. It's just I would have to do friggin' gymnastics every time I wanted to use the damn pack.
Oh.
So there's not much point in terms of time saving to do it that way.
I just have space saving. Were you wanting to sell the duffel?
I may just discard it.
Well, if you want to sell it, you can move some of your car and
Yeah,
the bandages over.
I would have to move a lot of stuff though, and it's not worth that much money. So.
Wait, is there anything in it?
No, I just emptied it.
Okay.
You really aren't feeling well, are you?
No. I never said I was. Why don't you go sell that other key?
Yeah.
Because that should give you 2 spaces if you move the money.
Yeah.
So now if you move your money up to the spot up there, you should be able to move that over to make room for your gun.
I think I'm just gonna sell that gun. 'Cause, yeah, took her upsell for A decent price. Not a great one. Decent, though. Oh, yeah, PP19.
I don't suppose there's a key ring.
No. Well, actually, maybe. Let's take a quick look at the fence. Now, somebody did tell me, I think it was Draco, told me that trying to get stuff on the fence is sort of a fool's errand because everybody runs
Bots.
like script bots to pick up keyword items.
Yeah. So we're looking for a key ring and a wallet?
Yeah, I don't actually know what a key ring looks like, so that one I'm probably not gonna pick up. Wallets, though, I do know what they look like, and every now and again, I have actually managed to get one from the fence. Now, every now and again, all of those instances, all three of them, were in the last versions of the game prior to the mass server wipe, so the conditions that I found them in have since changed, so maybe I no longer can.
I don't remember if I said it, but Sheila's back.
But welcome, once again.
And they did say that we should search Scav.
Oh, it's a face shield. Yeah, Scav pockets. Especially on customs is where Ghost kept finding his wallets, because
maybe we should go to customs and...
Yeah. I'm gonna do one Shoreline run, because that's the one other large map that I did have some frame rate issues on. I'm sorry you're not feeling well.
I'm not warm, right?
Actually, you are a little.
No!
I hate to tell you that.
I don't want to be sick again! No! No! I said no.
Sam's Club, San Antonio.
Much cheaper. I just don't want it. She also says only need less than 200 hours and 7 days to die, and it will be my #1 game played on Steam. Or I need to start actually playing Fallout New Vegas again.
Yeah, I think my still highest played game on Steam is Skyrim. Because I had several hundred hours in that.
I don't know what my official one is, because most of the games that I play a lot of, like, many hours of are on your account.
Yeah.
So, I have no idea. Mine's probably Majesty.
Yeah.
On Steam, it's probably Majesty. We have so many rubles. Wait, hang on. Can you scroll real up to... Okay, you can double up one of your ruble stacks. Because if you scroll down, that ruble isn't...
Oh, it's
almost, but...
It's not going to eat all of it. It'll take some of it, though.
It just bothers me that it's the only one that's...
Yeah, I know. And for some reason, sometimes it won't let me stack things. I don't know entirely why.
Weird.
Oh.
I don't know.
So, yeah. Apparently
see.
I'm taking all of this in, because I don't have room.
Yeah. She says almost 10K for Sims 3.
Jeez.
3.5K or so for Sims 4. Dang.
That's a long time.
Yep. I mean, I don't know how many hours I spent on Sims in my life. A lot, probably. You were going to check Shoreline?
Yeah.
Remember to check pocketses.
Yep.
Ghost says, hey y'all, more Tarkov. I see you doing solo or you want squad?
We're doing solo for today, because we're probably not going to run too long a stream since she's not feeling too well.
No. Sam's Club. San Antonio. Much cheaper. I don't want to be sick again.
I am glad we finally told that story on stream, so
now
we can make that
everybody
reference.
Understand.
Of course, the people that weren't there that day are now just like, what the hell are they talking about?
They won't know.
Deal with it. You'll never know that story unless you watch the archive of Uncharted, in which case you will then know that story.
Yeah. She also says that isn't even counting the hours that I played on Sims 2 or the disc version of Sims 3. Sims 2 was my jam for years. I have
A shelf full of
Yes.
expansions.
Yes, I do. It took forever to load because I had almost all of the expansions, and then I modded the heck out of it. I felt really, really, really bad for my computer whenever I would do the create a sim thing, because that's where a lot of my mods were in, and it took so long to load.
I was like, when I look at the disk space usage from certain folders on my computer, my
It's horrifying.
Fallout 4 and Skyrim files are like a full third of my computer's storage usage.
Oh, yeah.
Also, there's a gold duck here around it. This is a common thing I do. Oh god, now I'm on a time crunch. Oh no!
Jill says, but Origin says I have only played about 25 hours. And Viney's orange juice, and hot tea. And Jill says, before my hard drive died, Sims 2 would take about 45 minutes to load.
Whoa! It's like start the game, go make food,
And then
then
come back.
return.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool.
Dang, Ghost.
Well,
I've been in work craziness for a while. 50 plus hours this week. A
oof, yeah.
20-hour day yesterday.
Whoa!
I am so
Yeah,
sorry.
get some rest, man.
There's no gold duck on mine.
Oh.
I will get the horsey, though. The horsey will be mine.
So yeah,
Well, that did not.
a common thing I do while I wait on the loading screens for this game is just check Pokemon Go real quick. Because it takes just long
and
enough.
Shield says, yep, that is what I would do. Start it up and go get food.
And
Hey,
if
you
it
know,
works,
whatever works.
that
Yay,
works.
it's my first horsey.
Armor piercing
Wait,
tracer. Oh god, no.
They have wings? Why do horsies have wings?
Some seahorses have like formations on them that look kind of like wings.
No, I mean, like, it's moving like a wing.
I don't know.
It's a very bad horsey. It is
Free
not.
sidearm. Free empty sidearm. Still, sidearm
Let's
all the
see.
same. Also,
Joe
let's-
says, yep, critical systems failure. Not a fun time. And
Oh,
I was on my feet for almost all of it. No sitting anymore.
oof.
Oof. Wow.
Yeah, that's a rough time. I do not envy you that.
I am impressed that you managed it. No weird giant duck thing. No duck monster.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what Psyduck turns into.
I think so, but it's not on mine. Oh well. I'll just sit here with it in my lap.
So, also good news. Looks like I'm getting a little, especially when I like pan left to right really quick, getting a little frame loss. Ooh, hey there,
Oh,
grenade.
that sounds bad.
Not nearly as much as I was the other day though. So,
So
it
it
does
might
look
be
like
fixed?
they've fixed whatever the main issue was that was causing my FPS drops the other day.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah,
She'll
like that
says-
was my main objective this
Yeah.
afternoon.
She says, my poor brother almost had to go to the New York location until the secondary boss realized that we live about round trip 45 minutes. Him coming home to pack and then go to the airport. So they sent someone else.
Gotcha.
At least there is that. What happened there?
Ah, crash, John. I mean, this is a war zone after all.
That's true. I'm sad. I wanted a duck monster.
No, hi there.
Ooh.
Saw you. Oh, I saw
Yeah,
you.
careful.
Yeah, I saw that head.
I
Uh-huh.
hear it.
Yeah, me too. Where you at, friend? Where you at? There you at.
We need to check your pockets. I don't think you're scabbed out.
Ooh, hi.
Whoa.
Ha, that's a player. He freaking sprinted. Okay.
Do player characters, like, talk?
No. So if you're hearing talking, it's a scav.
That is good to know.
Dropped him.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
We made someone mad.
somebody's jumpy.
Yeah. Shield says if he had his meds, then he would have just went to the airport, but he didn't have any stored in his car. Gotcha. Ghost says, yeah, I'm getting used to it. I've been doing 12 plus days most of the time. I didn't even stop for lunch, just worked until the client decided he really wanted dinner and was nice to get some for me.
Oh, that's nice.
You need to eat, though.
Yeah, I mean...
Mom Vi is upset that you're not eating.
Maintaining energy is a
Important.
healthy habit.
It's important. Oh, right there. Oh.
Hi, friend. How are you? I don't think he even knew I was there.
I don't know what happened.
And I missed him because of the goddamn lag spike. Oh, I know, it's the lag's fault. Y'all saw.
Though.
It was.
It definitely was.
Alright, reload, because I think I'm down to like 1 round in that mag.
Oh,
Oh, hi!
Oh.
Punk? Well, somebody knows how to get up on top of Sniper Rock. I don't.
Which means we can't loot him.
Huh.
That's a player, though.
It is.
Complete with dog tag. How hurt are we? Because he did hit us.
No,
No, he didn't.
No, he hit me. My vest absorbed it, though.
Oh.
Like, totally absorbed it.
Alright,
me
Sheila's
go.
BRB has to stir dinner.
Alrighty.
Ghost says, I wish that made a difference to my company. I have to travel to Wisconsin and Michigan a lot. Those are 2+ hour drives.
Oof. Yeah, that's a while.
Can we get to the Sniper Rock?
Yeah, I mean,
Or
he's
where-
right there, so he's up there somehow. I don't know how the hell he got up there.
Did
I've
we
tried
jump on
getting up
this
here.
and then up?
Yeah, like, I've seen people
Oh.
do it in videos. Supposedly you can, like, whoa, lag spike. You can go hop, 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 and then you're up.
Yeah.
It's just like, I've tried it many times, and it never works for me.
You might just have to momentum it.
Except momentum's not really a thing in this game. Whoops. Okay, that was weird.
Noah says, howdy, folks. How
Hey.
goes?
It goes alright. I'm trying to loot this jackass sniper that really gave himself away too early. Hit! Oh, almost. Okay, so I can get up there.
Ghost
I really want to
says,
loot this guy.
Yeah, I know, but I can't leave the site while system is down. After doing it 3 times this week, I finally went to the grocery store for lunch stuff and a cooler. Now I just have to remember to actually make it the previous night. Leaving the house at 4 or 5 a.m. is not fun.
Yeah.
I totally
imagine.
understand that.
Come on, I killed this guy. I want to loot him fair and square. Come on, game. Well, I leveled my endurance from all this jumping. Oh.
I like how you're like jumping in your chair, like that's somehow gonna miraculously help you.
Like that little kid that like leans into the Mario Kart turns.
I did.
Oh yeah.
That was
everyone
me.
did.
That was me. Not gonna even pretend that it wasn't me.
Thought I heard steps, so I was like, what? I think it was just me rustling around though. Dang it. And what frustrates me is...
We've seen it done.
Well, that, and I don't jump when I hit spacebar. That's the thing. You jump,
so-
like, a little after the input.
So trying to
Yeah, it's
gauge
impossible to precision time. Ah! Right, is that even how you get up there? It must be, because, like, certainly not over here.
I wanna go down.
Me too. I wonder, do you, like, jump farther? Is this like CSGO rules where you can jump and run farther with a melee weapon out? I don't know. Dang, I feel like that was a good jump. Oh, that one almost worked. Hang on.
You were almost
I
there.
got some traction on that one. Damn it. Hang on. What if I sprint yump? Nope.
I don't think that did a thing.
Sprint yump. Oh, close one. Can you? There we go. God damn it! Alright, can I get around to the side on this? Okay, just shrubbery.
There was another dude we shot though, right?
Yeah, I know. He's dead over there. What the hell?
Where'd he go?
Hey, he's going. Where's he go? Oh, wait. There he is. So, yeah, he's dead. God, I can't reach him.
Too bad we don't have Ragdoll, where he just sort of flies off the.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the gravity physics and all that are pretty accurate in this game. So
that sounds not good.
People just kind of drop where they stand. So yeah, somebody's having a fun little firefight over there at the health resort. I'll just leave them to it. Ooh, I hear suppressed fire. Damn it. See, knowing all that's going on, I don't want to, like, hop around like an idiot and draw attention to myself. I really want to loot this guy, though! Like, greed intensifies. Because I'm pretty sure he had something fully automatic when he was shooting at me. It must have had only, like, pistol caliber, so maybe it's just, like, a little Klin or something. Because my vest absorbed it. And I know he hit me. It's just, like, if he was posting up there, then what the hell gun does he have on him that he thought he would actually make use of with high ground like this? Like, maybe I'm cutting him too much credit, and he was just an idiot trying to snipe with a pistol caliber weapon. That's entirely possible. If he was able to so instantly and routinely make his way up there, it means he probably knows this game pretty well, and therefore isn't an idiot. So... I
don't know, my love.
Compelling gameplay live stream footage. Oh, hi, sir. Nope, he's on me. Or no, he didn't. Ow, 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 ow!
Oh.
I think he had a friend.
I think he had a friend.
I don't think his friend liked me.
I don't think so.
About that whole jumping around like an idiot, drawing attention to myself thing. Yeah, Captain Kenny. Well, killed one player. Oh yeah, it was the dude up there. So, okay.
Ghost says lol. Yep.
Such is life in the zone. I had a feeling I was going to get popped at some point doing that. Because, I mean, you know, I'm hopping around like a moron, and I'm really exposed, so... What to do? Let us see here. I think Scavron. That is what I think. I think Scavron. So, let's make room. Mike ready! There we go. Oh, pardon me. I think I'm also going, for the sake of OCD, going to scooch these around. There we go. Must satisfy the OCD gods. Which is to say my subconscious. Okay. There we go. I no longer hate looking at it.
Oh, do we want to tell everybody about the 5th edition Humble Bundle?
Oh, yeah.
Bundle?
Yeah. There is... I posted a link to this in the tabletop chat in our Discord. There is a Humble Bundle right now for horror-themed supplements and modules for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition that it looks like it contains like a crazy amount of stuff, like hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. I'm not huge into 5th edition, so I can't vouch for any of its quality. I just see that there's a lot of it there, and I know some of you guys are into 5th edition D&D, so I figured I would take it to your attention. And if you pick it up, like I said, I left a link to it in our Discord in the tabletop chat. It is an affiliate link for full disclosure. That means if you click that and then pick up, I think, anything in a Humble store, much less the thing that I linked to, then we get a cut of credit from that sale. I'm going to start including Humble links in more things, especially in like the video descriptions for games on the channel, and especially on Gaming Unplugged once we launch that side channel. Then anything that is available on Humble, I'm going to link to that way and all that. So, yeah. Okay, let's see here. So, Escape from Tarkovia. Scav. Are there any places I haven't checked? There's Factory. I don't know if I want to do Factory. I'm going to do Customs. Because Customs, I can sometimes find decent stuff on. Usually picking through the scraps of groups of people who murdered each other. Because... that's always a fun time. Let's see here. Was that gold duck I caught earlier any good? Oh. Strong, excellent stats. Okay, cool, I'll take it.
So it was pretty good?
It's decent. 1000 CP, so that's a gym fighter. Good times.
Not that I could get.
My nose is itchy. So anyway, yeah. One other thing that I had the thought earlier that I really just wanted to say, and this is going to sound sappier and more pandering probably than I mean. I really do mean it though. Like, thank you guys for over the last several years constantly urging me toward and asking me like, why don't you do voice acting? Because it's like I'm only just getting started with it. Like, obviously, I'm still in like the amateur grade. Just the few steps into that realm that I've already taken, and the connections and networking that I'm starting to do, and getting to know people that are working on independent projects, and all of that. It's incredibly satisfying. Like I talked about this a few days ago, that I have felt for a long time like I was sort of stagnating, and I wasn't really going anywhere. I wasn't really growing. I wasn't doing much professionally aside from just the daily grind for working on the channel. And just these few steps forward that I've made in starting to pursue voice acting are really helping me mentally. Mm-hmm. And I probably would never have taken those steps if it were not for you guys constantly telling me that I should. You know, everyone that's ever, messaged me or, got into voice with me was just like, hey man, you got a cool voice, you should probably try that. I wanted to say thank you to you guys, because it's...
Can we check his pockets?
It's definitely you guys that convinced me that it wasn't just, her appreciation for my voice because we're married talking. That, yeah, like...
Spoilers, it's not. Saved is here also.
Hey, cheers. Good to see you, man. Let's hope those gunshots don't mean I'm about to die.
I was really hoping for a...
You guys aren't panicking, so I'm going to assume
we're okay.
The threat is neutralized.
We're going to hope that.
Yeah. Anything in its pockets is... Nope.
Nope.
Let me stack some of these shells. Yeah, I'm going to have too many shotgun shells. Tarcola. Alright, let's get my stack of too many shotgun shells. And then away! Alright. Ooh. Okay, you're a scav. So you're...
Buddy.
You're fine. You are friend. Hello, I am friend, dog. Freaking love that. That was a little Game Grumps reference there. Uh-oh.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh, it doesn't.
That sounds like somebody who's bleeding out.
Yeah, it does.
I am a concern.
Everything okay?
Hashtag I am concerned.
Oh, hi.
That's not.
That is a player.
That's not a buddy.
Hi, friend. You are not friend, dog.
Oh.
The question is, that's an AI. I can tell by the way he's moving. Whoa, what the hell?
Is he trying to do the wiggle?
He's a scav. Yeah, he's a scav. He's a player scav. He's a scav, though.
Is that why he's not shooting us?
Maybe. Hang on. Let me wiggle, waggle, wiggle, waggle. Wiggle, waggle, wiggle, waggle. Wiggle, waggle, wiggle,
you
wiggle.
still have a stack of one shell, I think.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So he and I are cool.
Because if he shoots us, then all the other scavs will be upset too.
Yeah. So he knows if he takes a shot at me, he's dead. Because he's in the middle of a freaking hornet's nest now. Okay. All right. Just making sure. Carry on, sir.
I'm not concerned.
If he was going to shoot me, he'd have shot me as soon as I turned around.
Mm-hmm. Sheila is back with dinner.
Hey.
I'm weirdly getting hungry again.
I actually am too. A little. Not like hugely. Like, I could definitely go for a snackage.
Yep. Thank you, though, for going to Chewy's so I could have my special.
Yeah.
My Friday special.
So what in the world are my extractions right now?
I don't know.
Fuel tank, crossroads.
Warehouse 17, factory shafts.
I only know where a couple of those are. I'll start heading for fuel tank, because that one I do know. So that means I need to go that way. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Who that?
I saw.
I saw that. I saw somebody sprinting.
I also see someone right there.
Yeah, that's a scab, though.
Scab.
Because this is a common place for them to spawn.
There's another person.
Yeah, no, that guy, that's a scav. He's just patrolling.
I'm just super paranoid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, you guys, y'all are all scavs.
Everything's fine.
Hey. Yeah, okay. He's an AI. There's a lot of AIs here. So that's the thing, is if you're playing as a scav, like, hanging out in the middle of a group of them is pretty safe.
Yeah.
Because if one of them gets shot at, all of them will turn on the shooter. And there's a decent chance, statistically speaking, that it's probably not you that gets shot first. So you can join them in returning fire, or you can run for your freaking life, depending on the severity of the threat.
Yep. And Scarlet says, hey guys.
Hey, how it goes? Good to see you.
Lots of people showing up, at least for a little bit.
So yeah, like I said, while we have everyone here, just to reiterate, again, I want to say thank you to you guys that supported and pushed the idea of me pursuing voice acting, because it feels really good to get started on.
Yep. Told you. I told you.
Oh yeah, and it's just like for a long time.
You should listen to your wife. She's very intelligent sometimes. I did put the sometimes caveat, you know. Just in case I'm not right. Have we checked its pockets? Because not everybody spends the time to search the pockets.
Yeah.
You don't half the time.
Yeah, a lot of the time I don't. Because I don't like sitting still that long.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Is that us?
Those are large lad rifles.
Yeah. Where is it coming? Oh. What?
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna keep running.
Let's not.
That was someone knocking out a window.
Let's just not say we did. How about that? Stan says, well, you're the first thing to go right today. Job was annoying, keyboard fried itself, and I have to get another root canal in a week. Fixing one I had done yesterday. So thank you for cheering me up.
Glad I can.
We're glad we could, and I am sorry about all that other stuff.
Yeah. Like, oof. I'm glad I've never had to deal with a root canal. I've known a few people that had. They don't look fun.
No.
I do not envy you that at all. Thankfully, knock on wood, the worst I've had to deal with dentally. Is that me swishing in the...
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, was I've had a few cavities filled. That's it though.
Same. So it says, once again, I literally just woke up and was glad to see that not only is LLP live, but the Fallout 4 conspiracy stream has gone live.
Yeah.
And I am so sorry to hear that, Sid. I'm sorry. Root canals are...
Yeah, seriously. And speaking of the streams going live, yeah, I spent one of my sick days catching up on all of the streams that had just sort of accrued in the list since we launched the archive channel and hadn't fully caught up on it.
Yep.
So all of the newer stuff that we've streamed since the launch of that channel is now scheduled to go up several times a week over the course of the next month or so, because I didn't want to just throw them all up in one day.
Yeah. The ones I will throw up all in one day are old
the old series.
And those will only get thrown up when the entire series is ready to go. Which unfortunately takes a long time because uploads take forever.
I mean, they're hours-long videos, so...
I know.
Alright, was it just
don't
rain?
know.
Whoa! That actually startled me.
No.
I don't think it was just rain.
I don't think it was just rain.
That was a distant shot, though.
Wow.
So someone popped me from a long way out.
Headshot.
Okay.
Ghost says, sorry to hear that. Yep, that sucks. It does. Definitely. But yeah, that was a woe. Now what?
I think for this next run...
Scarlet says, well, that was efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah, single shot to the head, down we went.
Yep.
What?
Just trying to formulate a game plan here. Also, remind me prior... Oh, excuse me. To us leaving tomorrow.
Yep.
To just log in and check my insurance real quick.
Right.
For all the stuff that I lost today.
Right. I can do that.
What is I gonna do?
I don't know. I'm not in charge of this. I'm not in charge.
You know what? I'm gonna live dangerously. And I'm gonna fill those mags, first of all. Oh. Apparently, I don't even have a mag loaded in that. I'm gonna take my suppressed Tokarev. And where should I take it? Because if I'm going just sneaky, then I don't need a whole lot of gear. So I'm just gonna take the usual run of meds, suppress Tokarev, keep my ammo in there, that way I don't lose it.
I do need to BRB.
Okay. So...
I will BRB. Not trip over the wire.
I think I'm gonna go Shoreline, because I know a few places where I can pretty safely gather gear here. I'll ensure that one, because it's one of the few suppressed things I've got. Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. It might go terribly and I might lose my suppressor. Oh well. Because again, I have heard rumblings. I don't know if this is confirmed. I've just heard that there is a chance that once .9 comes out, or .09, whatever it is, something with a 9, the next like large patch for the game, that another wipe might come with it, and therefore I'm not super concerned about losing high quality gear that I'm not otherwise thinking of doing like recorded content with. So stuff like this, if I lose it, oh well. Well, that's loud. That's a good thing though, come to think of it, because if the rain is really loud and I'm using a suppressed weapon, all the less likely that anyone will hear my shots. Come on, one of these days. Let's see what's going on in Pokemon Go, since apparently Tarkov wants to take forever. And it's a whole lot of nothing. Great. I am curious though, this is this weekend the first time since I started playing Go that we are heading down to the country land that we've got out in the middle of nowhere. And I don't know how populated any of the like spawns for things are down there. I'm kind of curious to find out. Because I've heard from some people that if you live out in the sticks, then it's just like have fun catching nothing. Because since I think all of the activity for where spawns of creatures and things and of where like stops and gyms and stuff are like heat mapped from cellular usage data in low traffic areas, obviously they're not really prioritizing. There we are. The spawns of things, so it really caters more toward like urban areas, and folks that live in the country are sort of screwed. And that's all just hearsay. I don't know 100% if that's true. It's just what I hear. So we're gonna find out, at least for one example, in the countryside of Texas. Okie dokie. What in the world? What is this? Oh, it's this area. Okay. I don't come through here very often. So that means... There it is, yeah. Okay. There's that cabin with the gun crate spawn. Let me go get that so that I'm maybe not stuck with just rocking a suppressed pistol. And we'll find out. Okay, alright. All clear. Let's make this quick. Take that. And, ooh, there we go. AK, taking that. Don't really care about a spare Makarov, though. Cool. What is in you? Come on, come on. Another AK! Cool. I will take this. This is good, yeah. Alright. What am I doing on ammo? Full mags! Alright. How about the other one? Also full. This is good. This is good. Alright. So, you know what? Since I need spare guns, I'm actually going to start heading for the evac now. Because I got a fair ways to go to get to the tunnel. So if I can make it out with these, that means I'll have some decent just throwaway guns like these for doing normal runs. Okay. Let me also click on that full auto. And like if I see anyone in the distance who doesn't know I'm here, I'll probably switch over to my little Tukarev and just toy with them. Because in heavy rain like this, I really don't think they'll hear, at least with any precision, where the shot's coming from. Which means if I'm in decent cover or concealment, I can taunt them with nigh impunity. Which is sort of a dick move. I will definitely admit to that. However, I am not above that either. I'm just glad I'm finally starting to shake the worst of that cough. Sad to advise not, because, you know, she is hating dealing with that. Anyone home? Anyone at all? I see no scarves. Nope. Alright. I'm not gonna sprint, just in case the noise draws anyone that I just didn't see. Whoa! Like that guy. Any friends? Oh! I kind of thought he was dead. Apparently he just proned for safety. What you got there? I'll take that. I'll take that. And run. Oh, that's fully automatic suppressed fire. Time to go. Run for the hills, quite literally. Okie dokie. Alright, I don't see the shooter. So that's good. Alright. Go lay down over here and check my ill-gotten gains out. Great, a lunchbox. Okay, that's milk, key, lamp, okay. Alright, well. I can sell those. I'll hang on to these for just in case I get shot in the gut. It's really a rough thing to have to say out loud, however. Practical. Okay. Also, speaking of voice acting earlier, it was really cool when I watched the We Are Not Your Kind of People trailer for The Frontier, that huge quest mod coming out for Fallout New Vegas soon. And halfway through it, I was like, I know this guy's voice, the narrator. And then they rolled the trailer credits at the end. And yeah, it was Ray Chase. Same guy that voiced Garrus and a lot of the NPCs in Fallout 4. They actually got him to do the narration for the trailer for the mod. That's awesome. So it lends it a really cool air of legitimacy, because the man's a professional voice actor, so he can make it sound really solid and impressive. He's one of those that I would love to just like sit down and chat with at some point. Just like have lunch, discuss things. Oh, hey there, lightning. Alright, I'm a little turned around, so I'm hoping... Oh wait, no, I know where I am. Okay, so yeah, these are the death fields. Not gonna go that way. Which means I need to go around. And then that away. And that'll take me to the tunnel. And speaking of the Frontier, I just saw earlier, in fact, that they released another trailer, I haven't watched it yet, called We Are the Legion. So I assume that's going to show off more of the perspective of that side of the faction conflict of that mod's story, so I'm curious to check that out here in a little while.
I have returned.
She returns victorious, shiny and chrome!
I'm not, but that's fine. Good enough. Close enough. What happened while I was gone? Did you die?
I might have murdered someone.
Did you murder someone?
I mean,
my beloved,
it's possible.
I left you for barely any time.
I know. You leave me alone for 5 minutes and people just start dropping like flies. It's a condition, you know? Mm-hmm. It's not my fault.
Right.
It's my disease. You can't fault me for that, right?
Right.
That's how personal accountability works?
Uh-huh.
Something like that. Let's go with it.
Shield says, I can talk, I swear. And we lost them to the photo booth for a bit. And oh my gosh, my bondmate is Mox. They're calling them Moxley Mox or Mox Moxley.
Moxception. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm sad I'm not able to do, because I didn't think about it ahead of time in our main stream run-through, which, yes, we are going to finish. It's just we were waiting until our voices got a little healed up to pick it up again. Is I really wanted to connect Mox and Dragonova as bondmates. I just didn't think about it, and I've already made someone friends with Dragonova.
I think it was Scarlet.
So, yeah. And I've looked, and I can't find any mods that allow you to undo that connection once you've made it. So, unfortunately, no can do.
Of the best friends from the different factions.
Yeah, the Romeo and Juliet story. Oh, hi. Nope. Nope, cannot run from me! Ah, gotcha. Alright, reload. Reload. Oh, that's right, I can't reload. I've only got the one mag in it. Knew that. Okay. Full auto. And where there's one, there's a dozen, so where are the rest of you?
Be careful.
Because that's where I need to go, right there.
Shield says it's only in death can you get a new bond.
Oh.
And I'm sure it does not do good things to the bond mate if there are other...
Yeah, I'm sure it stresses them out a little. I was just hoping some mod had added the ability to disconnect that sort of thing.
Or to have multiple or something.
Right. Unfortunately, such is not the case. Anything in its
pockets
pockets is...
It's a backpack and a...
Come on. Damn it. Alright. Not gonna worry about his pack because I need a GTFO since...
Shield says nope.
Dang.
Yeah. Scarlet says, me and my stalker BFF will bring the pain from the shadows at the tip of a blade.
Oh yeah. As well, you should.
That is how that should go, yes.
The alien menace shall flee and fall. Or something like that. Hey, made it. Alive! Okay, cool. So now, I've got some junk guns that I don't need to worry so much about. Vici Scotia. Okie dokie. And I've got a helmet. And a decent chest piece. So, I'm doing okay for myself. Let's see here.
Just as they were joking that Moxley wasn't liked by any one of the other soldiers until this last mission. Was she just too scary? Just too intimidating?
I don't know about her. She makes me feel like less of a man. She's more man than me!
Why
None
do you
people
have
like
a
that.
lamp?
Because I found it in the duffel.
Oh. In a lunchbox.
Yeah, I've actually known guys that, like, resented women because they were intimidated by them. I'm like, dude, that only makes you seem more weak. Don't you realize that?
You're one off from being full up on the other one. Your other gun.
I know. It's just I don't have any more ammo.
Oh. What?
Alright, I got some junk to sell. Because there's some of this that I really don't need. I got this spare optic down here that I don't want. So... Because, yeah, like, on the other topic just a second ago, I've never liked the tough guy sort of thing. Like, it's always seemed, and every person that's really, like, that way that I've ever known, as though it's just driven through insecurities. Like, it never seems genuine. So, maybe that just speaks to my home life.
Scarlett says, I have found in DCS that dropping 10 1,000-pound bombs at a time onto a convoy is immensely satisfying.
Yeah, I'm sure that makes a very colorful explosion.
She says she even has the muzzle now. We figured out that it wasn't in the lower face prop, but was a helmet.
Oh, interesting. Did not know that. It's not a mask, it's a muzzle. I don't remember what ad campaign that was from. That was from some video game campaign in GamePro magazine when I was like 13.
Wow.
It's weird the things you remember over time.
Yeah.
Let's see. I know somebody told me the ES lamp is for trading. I don't care. I'm just gonna sell it. I've kind of reached that point with this game where, like, if I can't put it to immediate use, I'll just sell it. Portable cabin key of customs factory zone? Okay, that sounds useful. Never. I'm not selling that one.
Because we don't know what that's for.
Portable cabin. Is that little connecty door that saves you a whole lot of running? Because if it is, I am definitely keeping that.
Do keys only work once?
No, you can use them however many times you want.
As long as you don't lose them?
Yeah, it's advisable to always put keys in your container. That way you can use them and then not worry about losing them. Yeah, that is definitely a key I'm going to hang on to. So...
Scarlett says, of course I need to use bombs that big to have a hope of hitting anything.
Hey man, it's only compensation if you admit it. Okay. You know what? I don't actually need all these AK custom mags. What am I doing keeping those? I don't need them.
Before you sell them, don't sell them.
Why not?
Because they're full.
So? I don't need the ammo.
Oh, you don't?
No. I've got plenty of it.
Oh.
And I can now purchase superior stuff to what scavs spawn with anyway, so...
Oh, okay.
Doesn't really matter a whole lot. Don't need that spare. You know what? I don't need that either. I really just need to make room. So... There we go. Do any of these need filling? No. Okay, we're good. Let's fold you. Because part of what I'm trying to do is like make room for...
There's a lot of space up there now by your...
Yeah, I know.
I know you don't like to fill it with stuff, but you might want to, just to make more room.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're good, actually. To grab... You can go there. Oof. You know what? I'm gonna sell that helmet because it's in crummy shape, and I actually don't like how much helmets... Oh, he doesn't take those. Skier, do you take it? No. Who the hell? Ragman? No. Who the hell purchases helmets? Does anyone purchase helmets? Fence?
Do you want me to look it up?
Well, only the fence will take helmets. Okay. Or at least that helmet. Weird.
Scott says, but the way I see it get good now with the dumb bombs, so once the precision weapons come out, I'm not totally helpless if they malfunction.
Yeah. Yeah. Starting out simple is usually a good approach in many things. Okie dokie smoky.
Can you do me a huge favor?
Hmm.
Can you move the morphine and the painkillers over down underneath and then just, yeah. I was going to put the morphine above the painkiller.
Oh.
Now it's all together. It makes me happy. I'm good now. Sorry.
Also, I've just realized I never inspected my new Stitchkin. Okay, so that's all there is to it. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll take you with me. Okay, cool. So now I can just do like a normal run. Ooh, I could even do a scav run. Although I'll save that for in case I die. So, alright, now, for realsies run, let's do woods. I can do customs. Customs is insane right now. I'll do woods. Where the greatest threat to anyone is man. You know what? I'll insure my glasses because I like those glasses. Because even though, I admit, I have died to them an embarrassing number of times, the scavs on woods are generally not super dangerous. It's other players you gotta worry about. And in fact, it was on woods that a few weeks ago I was playing and I actually found an AS Val. And then as I ran toward the extraction with it across an open field, because I found it in that area where there's a gun case like in the middle of a friggin' field. Yeah, I got popped crossing the field, so I was like, no! Okay, let's see here. UN roadblock. Und where am I now? I think I'm over near Grandma's house. Maybe. I think. Yes. Okay. So that's outskirts right over there. Which means Grandma's house is right over here. Yep, I see the fence. Okay. Don't die. Alright, going across Grandma's yard is always a death sentence, so I'm not gonna...
Part of me really wants your hand back, because it was cool and felt nice on my face.
Yeah, that's the thing I've started noticing recently is, like, the AC vent, y'all can't see it, obviously, in this room is, like, directly above where we're sitting. It's part of why I positioned the desk here, because it's nice and comfy. However, for a prolonged period of time, my hand is just uncovered and sitting right underneath a cold vent. So my hand will actually start getting to that point where it's cold enough that my like fine motor control starts to slow down. So it has actually negatively affected my ability to play some games if I'm sitting in this room for too long.
Without the lights on.
Yeah, because if I keep that light over there on, it sort of acts like a heat lamp. My hand still gets a little chilly.
We have to be careful when we turn it off.
Yeah, because, like,
we touch the metal and we burn ourselves.
Yeah, y'all can't see them right now. If you watch any of our, like, office reorg videos or something, you can see that the lamps that we have clipped to the desk to use as makeshift stage lights, they're like, aluminum can lights. So the shell
gets really hot.
Yeah, it's all metal. And they're not LED lights, so those metal shells get real hot.
Yeah. Marcus says, howdy, didn't realize you guys were shooting already.
Yeah, we're getting an early start because we're going to get an early start tomorrow. So, ooh, hi. So,
I thought I saw other legs.
Yeah, and I heard footsteps, so. Ooh.
Yep.
There's someone about. Give me that. Pockets is. Come on. Oh, okay. Didn't someone tell me that balaclavas are rare and that I should keep them? I think someone did.
I don't know.
Damn.
Marcus says, how long have you been streaming?
A little while. Like an hour-ish, maybe a little more.
A couple hours, maybe?
Ooh. Okay, alright.
About...
The hell? Why am I so slow?
Hour and a half, hour, 40 minutes.
Yep.
Give or take.
Okie dokie. Hello, dead guy. How are you today? How's your day going? This guy's just a loot container.
There? Oh. So he's not even technically a person?
No,
really?
He's a glorified crate.
Eat the food and drink you have?
I'm kind of hanging on to it as long as I don't need to like make space immediately, because if you get shot in the gut and it drops all the way to 0, then your hydration starts dropping dramatically. So sometimes having a drink on you to make up for your gut wound, to make it to the exit,
is important.
Yeah.
Marcus says, so does that mean I caught the end of the stream?
Ish. We're probably, I'd say, within a half hour-ish of calling it an evening.
And I might BRB again and get a drink. I don't know. At some point in the nearest future. Because I ran out of drink like 15 minutes ago. And my throat is not happy.
That's a suppressed weapon. That's a nice suppressed weapon. Ooh, I think I know where they are.
That's a thumpy thump.
That's a thumpy, so...
Ooh.
That's a suppressed AK.
That's, be careful.
However, they shot too greedily, too long.
Really?
So I think I...
Was that?
Yeah, that was a little Lord of the Rings reference. I think I know where they are. Because I know where one of the ridges that people like to hang out and snipe from are.
Just be very careful. Don't die.
Yeah, that whole don't die thing.
At least try not to die.
That's the objective. I don't know if...
Whether or not that's how it's going to go is up for debate.
Execution of the plan is gonna roll that way. We're gonna see, though. Okay. Ooh, that's closer. So anyway, I think the shooter is up there. Because a lot of geared up players will hang out up there, usually with scoped rifles, and pick people off in the lumberyard.
Gotcha.
So if I can sneak around on them, now that I know they're there, I might have the ability, especially in the rain when they won't hear footsteps as well, to ambush them.
Just be there, be careful.
I'm just sad I don't have any grenades on me. Because then I could really ruin their day.
I'm nervous.
I need to avoid the shrubbery so that I don't swish through it and give myself away. Okay.
Be careful and quiet.
Oh yeah. Stealthy is the name of the game. No. Come on. Because I know you can do this without jumping. There we go. Ooh, alright. I see you. Don't know. Okay, so that's a scav there. Alright, all clear.
I don't see anybody up here.
Clear. Damn. Clear over there. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna hang out up here. I don't often come up here. Whoa. Alright.
That was the thumpy thump.
No, that was a different... Ooh, I see you. That's a shooter. Okay.
Is that the thumpy thump? Dude?
No. That one was one of the scav TOZ shotguns. They sound really, like, echoey at a distance. Alright. Let me go over here. There we go. That way I'm not so vulnerable. Oh, that's players. That's a group. That's a player there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the kids are fighting.
Uh-oh.
Alright. Whoa! Somebody spotted me. Oh, Jesus.
Spootered.
Yep, I was definitely spootered. Okay, alright. Well played. Come on, medkit now. Medkit, go! There we go. Alright. Yeah. I knew I was gambling a little hanging out up there. Alright. So there's an unkitted...
Legs are not doing good.
Yeah, I'm okay though. Because I can still move normally. So. Alright, there's an unkitted guy over here, and there's a couple of, I think, kitted players over yonder. So I might have the ability to sneak up on the unkitted guy. Oh shit, one of my arms is still... Uh-oh.
Oh.
That's a scab, though. Ow. Ow. Oh shit, my leg.
So about that not dying
Yeah, about that.
thing.
What are my evacs? Oh, UN Roadblock. That one that's really far away. Great. Yeah, that's good news. Never mind the fact that I'm leaking and now on a timer of mobility. I mean, you know what that means. That there's only one thing for it.
What?
The answer is murder. Because I don't have meds. However, they do.
Do they?
Probably. I don't know. If they're smart. Hi! Gotcha. Oh god! He was right there! I just saw his knee! Oh god, that scared the shit out of me! Oh shit!
You got really loud there because you got scared.
Oh, that got me. Oh, that got me. I got. Holy shit. I, like, physically jumped.
Are you okay?
Few things are more unnerving. It's really hard to do well. And it's usually, like, unscripted shit like that that actually gets me. Because most, like, movies and stuff or cutscenes in games will, like, they'll kind of give it away in their lead-up. Like, oh, we're about to do something spooky. Is when you're looking at a thing on screen and you think you know what you're looking at, and then something moves and you realize that something was there the whole time, and you just didn't notice. That shit gets to me. And that's what just happened.
Scarlett says, I saw him a split second before you did.
Yeah.
And then Marcus says, kin.exe has stopped working.
Son of a bitch. That was terrifying.
Are you okay?
I'm good. That just, whoa, that got me.
Because you clipped the mic hard multiple times on that one.
Oh, man. Okay, anyway. So, Okay, regain composure. The face mask or balaclava or whatever that somebody told me is really rare and that I should hang on to. Is it this one? The Cold Fear Infrared Balaclava? Or is it this one? Just the normal one? Because I do see this one semi-frequently.
I think it's not that. I think it's a mixed thing. Like, you use that and then something else.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll hang on to it for now. I don't know if I'll, like, keep it.
Marcus says, or rather, kin.exe was scared shitless.
I was. And I'm not afraid to say so. Because, whoa, that got me. Okay, alright. We're all fine here now, except for her. She's less than fine at the moment.
Sorry. I'm working on it.
How are you? Alright, let's see. So, well, I'm all kitted up again. I need my fabulous little shoulder pack. There we go. Not enough space in stash. Fine.
You're gonna...
move stuff. There we go. Thank you. Alright, let me reorganize. Okay, cool. Good to go. Now, we go again. Or do we skip? I think for the sake of hanging on to my one junk gun.
Give me your hand real quick.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Well. Oh, that's not thunder. That is a revving motorcycle. You good over there?
Feels really good. Okay.
Like I said, my hand gets cold.
It feels nice. My eyes feel hot and your cold hand against my eyes feels good, okay?
That's romantic, question mark?
I don't know, is it romantic?
Sure, let's go with that. Okay, that's not super ideal. It'll work though. Alright, let's go. Scave. And,
Marcus says, you know what I don't like about writing? When you're trying to work on your current story but end up coming up with ideas for the other story.
Happens to me all the time. It has happened to me multiple times this week.
Also that.
As I said on our really rambly stream the other day, because of the injury and then immediately getting sick, like as I recovered from the injury that I had a couple of months ago, my inability to work has caused me a great deal of mental distress, let's say, and that coupled with the fact that I've already felt for quite some time like the channel was sort of struggling for relevance and any sort of appreciable growth for quite a while now, has caused me to stay at a constant state of mentally redlining stress levels for a long time, and one of my coping mechanisms for that is to completely throw myself at this, that, or the other distraction, whether it's work, whether it's tabletop stuff or hobbies, or some combination thereof, because we are setting stuff up for the Gaming Unplugged tabletop channel, and some of that involves campaign prep for stuff that we know we're going to record for that, so that's a fun little excuse to work on tabletop stuff, and still consider it somewhat like work at the same time. And so the creation of characters is something that I really enjoy the process of for those systems, and I have jumped from one character idea to another multiple times this week, and like I'll start out a day thinking I'm gonna work on this one this morning.
That's not how it turns out.
Then I'll stumble into some like ability or feat or spell somewhere, or I'll go digging through my homebrew classes folder on my PC and find one.
New idea.
And then like I'll come across one that like I've read a dozen times, and then that day I'll have an idea for like, oh, I could do this with that. And that's what I end up spending the rest of the day on.
Marcus says you got like 2 AKs in the bag.
Yeah.
It says hashtag making space.
Yep. Yeah, my tri-zip in my inventory doesn't really get worn so much as just used as storage for now.
It lives there.
Pretty much. It's sort of a trophy of sorts. It's like my USEC cap that I have up there in the corner. I'm playing a bear operative, and yet I have a USEC hat. Because I took it from a USEC operative. Did you
Um.
have a phone overboard?
Yes. Also, BRB while I look for the phone because I don't see it.
Oh well, the gremlins ate it.
No, that's an important piece of technology. There it is. And our puppy is just like, what are you doing?
Always with the gremlins.
Also, are we sure that's not thunder? Because I heard it again.
I mean, maybe there's thunder going on. There was a revving motorcycle as well, though.
Okay. Alright, so... phone check. It looks fine. Turns on. The case is not cracked.
He looks less fine.
Oh.
I have a feeling that's why he looks less fine.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
pockets.
holy shit, I spawned with a lot of meds.
Also pockets.
Yeah, I know. I should probably GTFO. Because that shit's kind of close. Is this a... Nope, that's not as good a pack as mine. I'll take your splint, though. Cheers, sir.
Somebody already looted him.
Have a nice day. Yeah, probably the people throwing the grenades around over there. If I had to guess. I don't have to guess, however, I will anyway. Damn, did I spawn with enough mags for my frickin' SIG?
No.
You know what, you're right.
There's never
There is never enough ammunition. There are only too few containers. Well, leave it to me to not hop a simple concrete wall. Alright, well. Lesser men might run away. Some might say wisely from the sounds of grenades and gunfire. Me! I run toward them, 'cause I'm a scav and therefore expendable. Also greedy. And maybe stupid!
Primarily greedy.
Primarily greedy, yeah. Mm-hmm. That is the thing. Mm-hmm. Only really in games, though. Like, I really do have, like, the gold fever in games. Real world, though, like... I could really give a shit less about money. Like,
I just want money so I can buy cool things to play.
Like, my only real, like,
and then
want...
give other people things when I like what they're doing.
My only real want for money in the real world is just, like, I just want enough to live, like, comfortably. And comfortably for me is really modest.
Mine's a little less modest, but mostly because I want a nice entertainment center. And those are expensive.
I mean, you can set aside a little over time and then... Whoa!
Person.
That's a kitted up player.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he didn't see me, because he looked right at me.
Take it. Don't.
Oh.
He might be coming around.
Yeah, I know.
Scott says, only acceptable magazine is belt-fed for everything.
LMG life. Ah! I saw that! Ow! That was a movie moment. Holy shit. I keep getting those. Oh, my. I think what got me is it didn't happen immediately. I saw the laser, and then I didn't die, and I was just like, was that a fluke? Did the laser just clip through a wall, and they're not actually looking at me? No, he was looking right at me, and probably laughing, and wondering why I wasn't running for my life.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good question, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid I don't have an answer for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so much for that scav run. Okay. Looks like it is once more onto the fray as PMC. So
it says, Ken, that was your brain matter.
It was. I'm gonna miss that matter. I didn't use it very often. Still, it was nice to know it was there. Okay, I'm gonna need to get a new mag soon. You know what? I'm gonna do that now. Proper, mag me. Thanks, Proper.
Marcus says, I recently came up with a main character for a story. His background, his friends and associates, their backstories, and the world they inhabit, and its history in one sitting.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
I come up with
the problem with that for when it happens to me is I come up with the character and the background and all that sort of stuff, and no idea what to do for an actual story.
Yeah.
Like, I have the world and people in it, but no plot for an actual, hey, let's write a thing.
Mm.
Or, I have a plot and no characters Those are the things that happen to me all the time.
Like, just the other day, I was coming up with some of the history to incorporate into some of the, like, campaigns that I'm going to run for the solo campaign that we're going to do.
I'm super excited.
For Gaming Unplugged, yeah. And, because there was a character that I've had in mind as a potential companion for the character that she's going to run.
Mine?
I was writing his history, and then I'd planned on a long time ago making a werewolf and then having him potentially serve as a companion.
Yep.
And then when I wrote more of his history, like with that in mind, I accidentally
Clan?
the history of an entire werewolf clan, and then also subsequently its place in the history, hidden and non, of the nation that they're in. And then that got me into working on the history of that nation, which in the official materials for Galarian, the Pathfinder official setting, is not super well fleshed out. The nation of Isger.
So
there's only a little,
customs.
yeah. There's only a little written about Isger, which meant I had a lot of creative freedom to really do my own thing with it. And yeah, I accidentally all over the page.
Yep.
Isger has a long, rich, and storied history now, and none of it is official. All happened in an afternoon.
It's okay, I'm good with that. Shield says, so many ideas that I want to add to my build. I'm gonna have to restart my challenge build again.
Yeah, like there are so many characters that I've made as tabletop thought ideas. Like I'll just say like I want to make a character that's centered around this ability, and then I'll see how far I can go concentrating on that thing as a thought exercise. And then when I try to come up with, like, okay, like, what would make a character that has this ability suite make sense? Like, what personal history would lead a person to have lived the life that they would have then developed these skills for? And so many, like, cool concepts I've had developed as mechanical thought exercises.
Like, accidentally, all the things. Marcus says, I got the main points of the story worked out. The problem is the stuff that happens in between.
Yeah. That is a huge problem for me.
Oh man, I have a beginning.
Yeah.
Like, this is where it starts. And then I have way off into the distant future
this
where
is where
they end up.
I know it's gonna go.
And then it's like,
how do we get there?
What happens now?
Yeah. I have that problem all the time.
Shield says, redo number 36 about to start.
Oof.
My last redone is posted on Discord. Ooh. Yep.
Yeah, there are several characters that I've designed that have undergone many iterations.
So it says the number of times I've sat down with KSP to test some design idea or another and accidentally a full replication.
Oh, hi.
Oh, that's
That's a dude.
that's a person. Try not to die this time,
Yeah.
because you're not a scab this time.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Except
There is only do or die.
There is try though, because you have to try before you can do. Just saying. I'm just putting that out there, you know.
That guy's real kidded. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Want.
Uh-oh.
Scarlett says my S22 is one of those.
Ow. That hurt.
Did that hurt?
That hurt.
That hurt?
I put a few shots on him, though. I made him notice. I was going to say regret it. I don't think he regrets it, though, because he's alive and I'm not. Damage dealt 77. Yeah, I put a hurt on him.
Yeah. Question for you. Does your stuff show up a full 24 hours after?
No, it's a ways. Like, it's the next day. It's not a full 24 hours.
Okay, good, because we will not be here.
No, I know.
In a full 24 hours. Let's see. Shield says the last 16 redos were minor changes. I just changed some coloring and fixed some routing issues. Gotcha. Marcus says one thing I've noticed to help me is to chop the big main story into multiple small ones, and then tweaking and connecting them as one big story. Kind of like creating several TV episodes and twisting a movie out of them.
Yeah.
Scott says, then there was the time I started building a Jeep, and at some point it became a Hummer. You know, as you do.
As one does.
As it goes, you know.
Still have 12 minutes on my scav cooldown. Whoa, this dude looks legit. He looks like an Urbex guy. Alright. You know what? We're gonna change gears a little here. We're gonna do some easy factory runs.
Because remember, she needs the things. Therapist lady.
I know.
So, and that's in the factory, right? The stuff she needs?
No, it's on the factory area of customs, I think.
Oh. So not actually factory.
Yeah, because technically customs is, like, in lore, the area around the factory map.
Oh. Well...
There we go.
Well, meh.
Mechanic. There we go. Give me the stock. Deal. So now... Oh, that's right. I can't mod it while it's in my hands. What the... Come on. There we go. Swap out. What?
Oh, there's not enough space. Move the...
There. There we go. Now we have plenty of space. Thank you. There we go. So now I can sell my junky stock. There we go.
Jill says 2 days, I've thrown wireless keyboards and mouse, and I still haven't placed a single thing in my redo in my first lot. I deleted about 6 hours of work because I didn't like it. Gotcha.
Yeah, I've done that a few times with editing projects where...
It's just I just don't like where it's go. Like
Yeah.
how it came out.
Which sucks to do. You know, it sometimes just is what it is, though. Like, if I don't like how something's going... Like, I've scrapped entire episodes that... I don't know.
They just weren't working.
Yeah, they just weren't up to my level of quality. And I've always taken... Well, not always. In the last couple of years, though. Taken a quality over quantity approach to content creation. And it's just like... If I don't think it's good enough for you guys, then I won't let it out the gate. Because you deserve me at my finest!
Except for streams where we're coughing all over the place.
Yeah, well, I mean, that just comes with the territory of doing it live. Even then, if I'm really, like, not feeling doing anything on camera, if I'm just like, and I know stream is just gonna end up just like, hey, how's it going? You know, what are y'all doing today? Yeah, having fun? Yeah, me too. Like, I'm not gonna stream that day, because you're not gonna have fun, I'm not gonna have fun. I'd rather y'all just watch an archive.
Nobody's gonna have fun.
Yeah. Like, if I can't at least turn on, if not up to 10 like I do for recordings, at least up to like 7-ish, then, yeah, live ain't happening. Because, like, yeah, again, you guys deserve at least a little energy from us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's... I don't want to, like, disparage anyone here or say that an entire style of streaming, like, isn't legitimate or anything. Because I know there's people that enjoy pretty much every style of streaming there is out there.
Mm-hmm.
And to each their own. To me, though, I don't personally enjoy, and therefore don't want to put out, a style of streaming that is very much what it sounds like when people just assume that, you know, you just play a game and turn a camera on and there you go. Like, I know some people do play that way, and, like, they'll say something every, like, 15 minutes. Oh. And, like, if that's the way you stream, fine. It's just, it's not something I enjoy watching, so it's not something that I want to do. Because one of my, like, one of the things that I really try to, like, live by as a content creator is create the sort of content that you yourself would want to watch.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Marcus says, I actually wanted to write movie and TV scripts as a kid, but switched to books because none of my stories can be fit into just 3 hours. Shield says, I like my lots to look a bit lived in. The only ones are the true starter homes. God says, Kin at 7 tends to lead to story time and or real talk. And those are some of my favorite streams.
Yeah, and, like, if I've got the energy to just, like, hang out and chat for a while, then I'll absolutely do that. And I'm glad you guys do enjoy the the story time with kin stuff. Because I know I do that in streams a lot, and I do that sometimes in episodes where I need to just sort of fill the air. Mm-hmm. Or if I've got something that's like really on my mind, then I don't think it's going to super distract from whatever's going on in game. Oh, there's a safe in here. Holy
Marcus
shit, I never
says
knew
Scarlet,
that.
same. So everybody likes story time with kin.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I heard you. I know you're out there. I know you are.
Don't tempt fate. Shield says, lots must have clutter. No clutter means the family living in it are trying to be perfect.
Hey. I know you're out there. I heard you. You can't fool me. Come on. Come on.
Shield says, love story time with kin, but it's more to do with his voice.
Well, I appreciate it. I don't trust it. I'm just sad I don't have more stories for you guys, because like maybe I'm just being modest, which is sort of an inherently non-modest thing to say. Even so, like I don't feel like I've led even H2O2. What the hell? A super like interesting life. So. Mm-hmm. Let me get in here. And like some of my more interesting stories, like when I was working for the county sheriff's office that I used to, you know what? Just because I don't know what that is, I'll keep it. I'm not really allowed to talk about because it happened while I was in uniform, and therefore, like, I can kind of get in trouble rather, if someone from the old department were to like come across it, and if command staff were to interpret it as me like speaking to the press, even if I'm no longer working for them, without proper leave to do so, because that stuff is to some extent still like retroactive even after you leave. And it's just like I don't want to roll the dice with legality and all that. Yeah. So there's a lot of like funny stories that I do have from my time there that
he just can't.
Unless it's in like a private group where it really is just me in a room with people with no mics on and therefore no permanent preservation of the conversation. I can't tell some of my funnier stories.
Yep. Let's see. Shield says, I love the size down and size up ability, along with learning about the fact that by debug is still a thing. You will see several used of it on the challenge a lot.
Gotcha.
Scott says, well, your life is at least 150% more interesting than mine so far.
I don't know, man. You're like studying to be a pilot. That's pretty cool. Also, you live in Australia, and therefore the world is always trying to kill you, so...
Yeah.
Said the man who lives in Texas and has run across rattlesnakes a few times. Even so. The most dangerous things we have around here are rattlesnakes and coyotes, and that's about it. I don't think he died. Wait, is that a weapon case?
Yes.
What the hell?
That's a weapon case.
Was that always there? I know I saw in some of their patch notes recently that they added some new... Oh god, hi!
Ooh.
Owie.
Ooh.
They added some new weapon spawns to Factory. I didn't think they were just going to put straight up cases down on the ground floor, though. That's cool.
Marcus says, I gotta make it a point to come to Texas just to hear those stories. They are pretty funny. Also,
clarification, because I'm sure some people are going to make assumptions when I say something like that. It's not because anything that happened was illegal or anything, or they're like, I'm covering up for officers. No, it's just like they involve officers who are still working there. And again, like there are a lot of, and I'm going to not talk about this politically because I don't want to infringe on our own community rules. Just in general, though, when people are of the mind that, like, why don't people in the law enforcement community talk about this or that or condemn the screw-ups or something? It's because most people don't realize, at least here in the States, most, if not all, law enforcement agencies on the county, the state, the city, and the federal levels have not really non-disclosure agreements. They're contracts.
Similar.
Yeah, they're contracts that you sign when you start, working for them as an employee, that say that even if you're on a civilian level, not even an officer like what I was, if you're working for that department, then you are not allowed to discuss your work there or the people there with the press without the say-so of the HR department or the command staff, depending on how their rules are set up. And that's just to prevent staff that are not really authorized or that are not educated enough to give a full, real explanation of things like, ongoing investigations or things to do with conduct inside and all that. Because, for obvious reasons, command staff want to make sure that what's getting out to the press is approved, etc. And yeah, some departments will use that to cover up shitty stuff, and absolutely condemn the departments that do that, because that's an abuse of that system. That's not the intention of it, though. And so, when I say that I'm not allowed to talk about some of the things that went on that, were while I was working there, again, it's not because of any, misgivings or
nefarious reason.
It's just because, again, they involve people who still have jobs there, and I don't want to put their jobs at risk, and I don't want the department to, if they don't like any of my stories, because sometimes it does involve people making legal, albeit funny, little screw-ups. I don't want them thinking that that's me trying to tear down the reputation of the department through the attack of the characters, even if it's only a funny story, of their staff, because unfortunately some of the people that are working there right now kind of do that from time to time, and they don't always have a great relationship with the media. So if I'm not in a private setting, I don't talk about it for my own CYA.
Marcus says, I'm still under NDA about certain things after leaving the Army, so I know what you mean.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And Marcus says, meanwhile, I live in a safe and boring country. Nothing interesting happens around here. Scarlett agrees with Marcus about coming to Texas just to hear the stories. So it says, lose slips, sink ships, and all that.
Yeah, exactly. And there's some of those stories that I've told some of y'all when we're on private Discord calls and stuff like that. It's just on air. I don't tell some of those stories. And there's some that I will to a certain extent without giving names, because it's vague enough that ain't nobody get in trouble for that. Pardon me. So alright, I think I got one more round left in me. So what should I do? You know what? I'm really low on gear, so let me see how my scav countdown's doing.
Shield says, to put it this way, they are classified and can't be told.
Yeah. That's not really quite the right terminology. It's the right idea, though. Mm-hmm. Now, there's some of my mom's stories that are old enough, because she and I worked for the same department, that they don't really matter if they're talked about. To give y'all an idea, some of y'all may have heard this story, of what kind of badass my mom is.
Mm-hmm.
She looks these days like just a sweet little lady that you'd probably look at her and never even imagine that she worked as a corrections officer, a corrections sergeant, really, for the majority of her adult life. And yet she did. And there's some people that, as soon as they hear that, they're just no, you're too nice. And so I'm just sitting there over there in the corner you have no idea. Because I grew up in a house, even after my parents split, with two people. There was Mom, and there was Sarge. They are different people. Mm-hmm. And Sarge is, she's a hoss. 8 o'clock. Here we go. Because there's a guy who is, I think right now, sitting in federal prison for other things, although it lengthened his sentence, when there was an altercation that went on in, I think it was the downtown facility in Austin. And anyway, my mom and her shift responded to it, and this guy didn't like her people coming in to try and shut him up and stop him from fighting people. And so he grabbed, and keep in mind, this happened in the 90s, so TVs were not the dinky little flat screens they are now. They were the giant, cubular TVs. Grabbed one of those and ripped it off of the day room wall and hurled it at my mom. adrenaline had already kicked in, so she just kind of closed up and deflected and charged him. Oh yeah, she took a TV.
Hit her.
And so, yeah, she and her people charged this guy, got him on the ground, got him restrained, and as they were cuffing him up, one of her officers suddenly glances over at her and his eyes just go saucer wide, and he's just like, "Sarge, you're not okay." And she's looking down and just like, oh yeah, I'm like bleeding horribly from my arm. And what's funny is like after the fact, when her officers like pushed her away, like, "No, Sarge, you're not okay. We got this." And medical showed up. Then one of her guys, who in his prior career was a corpsman in the Marine Corps, even though medical staff had shown up, he was just like, "No, she's my Sarge. I'm certified for this shit. I'm taking care of my Sarge. She got hurt while I was there. It's not okay. I'm patching her up."
Aw, that's adorable.
And for that and many other things, because the dude was a total jackass. That guy is now sitting in a lengthy prison sentence.
Scott says, people in Australia right now are coming to grips with something to do with that sort of military NDA. I won't give specifics here, but if you search Australian Army flag trouble or something like that.
Okay, that's the first I've heard of that. I'll look into that. That's interesting.
Shield says, Mama Kinsmark was a badass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she is.
Oh, she is a hoss. Like, this is a lady.
She is the sweetest lady you will ever meet, but she is a badass.
Oh, yeah. Like, love my mom dearly. However,
we love your mom.
Still a little intimidated of her. Because, good God, the shit that she deals with.
She was a scary lady.
Oh,
rather,
yeah.
I used to be terrified of her. I used to be more terrified of your stepdad.
Yeah, because the thing is, like,
he's big and intimidating.
Yeah, my mom and my stepdad are different kinds of intense. Because my mom,
they're really great though.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! Like, do anything in the world for them. My mom is one of those that, like, she's cheery and chipper and nice. The thing is, if you know what she's done in her life, because she used to track submarines for the Navy during the Cold War, and then after getting out of the Navy, joined a corrections department and served as a corrections sergeant for decades. Like, again, intense lady. However, she doesn't give that off, like, at all, if she's out of uniform. And so knowing that can sometimes, like, intimidate people a little. My stepdad, however, is the other side of the coin. Like, he's huge. He's like 6'7" for one thing. And he was a detective for a lot of his career. And so he's still got that, like, piercing, steely-eyed stare a lot of the times. Even if he isn't trying to, like, size you up or intimidate you or anything, he just kind of has that, like, natural, resting, scary face. And they're each really, like, again, intense, I think is the right word to spend time around. And, like, I'm used to it, because, I mean, they're my freaking parents. And, like, I've spent now more of my life thinking of my stepdad as, like, my father figure than my actual father. And I've certainly maintained a longer and healthier relationship with him. Because for those that don't know, I pretty much cut off all contact with my dad when I was 14.
Can I? Are we almost done?
Almost done, yeah. Almost there.
Because I do have some stuff to catch up on.
Yeah. Shit, I got distracted. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The one little, like, give you an idea of how much of a friggin' hoss my mom is thing is, like, you guys that enjoyed the Nutmonger series from last year, some of y'all may or may not know or remember that was made due to the fact that I had to go and spend time with them to cover for my mom's surgery recovery, since they run a fruit stand and a pecan orchard as a retirement gig.
Pockets.
Yeah. And so she, of course, couldn't do the lifting and stuff. Magnet, okay. That she usually could. Well, that surgery was for, I forget what do they call it? Like, a lumpectomy or whatever it is. A cancer surgery. Like, she was in remission from cancer. And her largest concern at the time was not the, hey, this could have killed me. It was, oh, we're not going to have the ability to maybe open in time for the season for the stand.
That's because your mom has weird priorities.
She does, yeah.
I love her to death, but... So can I catch up, please?
Yeah.
No? Okay. So it says, Kin Mom, 1000% best mom. And so it says, so Vi, how did the first Meet the Parental Units thing go? I will get to that. I have to catch up because
Okay.
lots of stuff happened. Miss T is here and says, his parents are absolutely amazing. Mama Kin is boss. And Marcus says, Ken, I got a similar problem with my face. I constantly look like I'm angry.
I used to.
And Scarlett posted the Australian Army thing in Discord.
That's a good key.
Okay, so the Meet the Parental Units thing.
I don't actually remember when your first meeting with my mom
I
was.
know exactly.
When was that?
You took me to your guys' favorite Chinese food place in San Marcos, and I was a nervous wreck. Because this actually happened, I think, before you met mine.
Was it?
I think, because you never hid it from your mom. I hid it from my parents.
It's true, I didn't.
She knew. That's not to say my parents knew. She knew. And, you know, Ken is pretty tall, you know, broad-shouldered. And then there's Ken's mom, who's smaller than I am. So, like...
My mom's like 5'5".
I didn't know what to expect. And then I just see this brightly smiling, sweet, kind of short, very...
Probably in, like, pastel pinks, knowing her.
Yeah, like... And so I was just like, hi! Nervous.
Oh, God.
Never really met the parents before. And she was just like, I'm so happy that he met you. You've made him so much happier. And I'm just sitting there, smile and nod. Smile and nod. Yeah, it's great, you know. She didn't care that I was shy and sat there like mute most of the time. She was just like, do you like the food? Wouldn't let me pay for any of the food. She was like, no, I'm paying for the food. What happened?
I did a lot of damage and he still didn't die. Yeah, carry on.
And so I left that time just like not knowing what to feel. I was super confused. It was great. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. It was awesome. And she is just super sweet. Bestest, not my mom. But yeah, we joked that Ken's mom was my Central Texas mom when I was going to college out there. Because my parents were, 3 hours away. Mm-hmm. His mom was 20 minutes away. Mm-hmm. So she very distinctly took me aside and said, if you ever need anything, you call me. And I will come and get you or give you what you need. It's fine. All you have to do is call. Here's my number. Call me. I am your mom. Basically. And she's been like that ever since. And then I met his stepdad, who, big, very serious face, broad-shouldered, active...
the man is a giant.
and he was a detective at the time.
Yeah.
Next to sweet, smiling, smaller than me, mama. And I'm just like, I'm terrified out of my mind right now. He could break me like a twig.
Yeah, he probably could.
And the thing is, Ken's stepdad, his sense of humor is incredibly dry.
Yeah.
It's taken me years to be able to tell when he's teasing me and when he's being serious.
Yeah, my stepdad is one of those that has the comedic timing of a slow fuse stick of dynamite. In that, he'll say something completely deadpan to your face and sound like he means it, even though it's completely absurd. Mm-hmm. And then he'll just slowly start to grin.
The smile just happens.
And he'll even let you get, like, 5 sentences in to going, what? And
before he starts smiling.
And starting to debate him on something if he, like, says something horrible. And they like, she has actually gotten like stronger at reading this than I am now, because he's realized that, like, away from the camera, I am fairly opinionated about certain political topics, and he'll say something just to like light a fuse on me,
and I'm just like,
and
love, my love, like, it's he's not being serious. He's messing with you.
It's just convincing enough that I'm like, nah. I'll like start engaging, and then she starts poking me like, he's messing with you. I'm like, oh, yeah. He is, isn't he?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Scarlett says, FYI, I am sitting here with the doofiest grin. Shield says, I think this was a response to the priorities thing. She says, that was my grandmother and her going to the casino no matter what the doctor said. He says, bye mama is also amazing, and I love her.
One of the most accommodating people I've ever met. Like, whoa.
And I am, of course, incredibly biased here, because I love my mama. Like, super much. Much love, all the love for my mom and dad. Let's see. Miss T says, sounds a lot like my dad's dad. I love that style of humor. And the thing is his stepdad, he is a big, intimidating looking guy. So when he's doing that mess with you humor, and you can't, you're just like, I don't want to get too upset or angry looking, because he looks like he really could just pick you up and crack you in two.
That's part of the joke to him too, is he realizes that he looks so intimidating that he'll say those absurd things, and not that
everybody
most people
will engage.
Yeah, most people won't challenge him on it because they're scared of him, and that just amuses the ever-living shit out of him.
Yep. Every time. I have gotten much better at noticing the look in his eyes when he's like getting more and more amused because he's messing with you, and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll get there. I will get to the point where I can nip it before it starts. I'm just not there yet, my love. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to deal with that. I love how it says, when it says how many they have, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
It's like we've gone beyond numbers and into just he just has a lot of those.
Also, I know he said a minute ago only one match. Since we're in full story mode, I'll do one more.
Full story mode. Shield says, the funny story dealing with my uncle meeting his oldest daughter's boyfriend, who she ended up marrying. It was in the hospital after having a surgery that changed him a bit. He threatened him from his hospital bed. My cousin's husband is a police detective with a state agency. They still tell that story to this day, and he still said that he was a bit scared. You know.
Some people, man, it's more about, like, presence.
The presence of it,
than necessarily their capabilities in the moment.
So it says, I try to project that sort of intimidation, but I think it just ends up making me look like a small yappy dog.
It comes more naturally to some than others.
I am not intimidating. Ever.
Well, like, the thing with...
I can 100% mean to be like, you have another one that's not.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. I will be like, I will mess your shit up. And totally 100% mean it. I don't think anybody actually believes me.
But, like, on that particular note, and not to, like, shed too much light on a dark corner of Kidd's past, like, as I've mentioned a few times, I... don't, like, it's more or less just, like, planed out. We've kind of, like, said our, okay, we'll start over and then not really do anything sorts of things with my dad. I don't have a great relationship with him. I didn't growing up. We cut contact when I was a teen and then never really reconnected. We've said hey on Facebook and then pretty much said, like, you still angry? Nah? Okay, cool. And then we just, like, don't talk anymore. We pretty much just kind of let each other live our own lives. However, when I was a kid, not a great relationship. And part of that is because he never really got that I don't respond well to this day, and I still didn't when I was a kid, to the, like, rah get mad at you sort of correction for misbehavior. It does not work on me. It makes me resent a person rather than want to listen to them, and that sort of attempt to spark motivation through it comes, I know, from, like, more of a military upbringing, because, like, he comes from a staunchly military family, of that, like, tear a person down to help reconstruct them stronger. Like, I know that was the intent. It didn't really work with me, though. That it's that, like, say that you're falling short on something and remind you of it a lot and make you want to correct that thing so that that stops happening. It's negative reinforcement rather than positive. I respond, to a certain extent, more to positive reinforcement than I do negative. However, there's a certain style of negative reinforcement that does work on me, that he just never got. However, my mom did.
Your mom is terrifying when she wants something.
Yeah, like, challenging me and getting in my face and yelling at me does not work on me. I will go stone cold and stare at you and go, yeah, are we done? However, my mom doesn't yell. She doesn't try to posture or look intimidating or anything. No, she'll just ask me very calmly to come into the kitchen and sit down at the table. We need to chat. And her voice will lower. She'll get very serious. She will maintain constant, direct eye contact. And we'll get straight to the point. That gets to me. I forget who it was. There was a stand-up comedian that had a line about that sort of thing that is 100% accurate to my mom. And it's when that sort of person gets mad at you, they get real quiet to make you listen.
Okay.
And
please,
man,
tone it down.
What?
You're getting a little too intense for me.
Well,
I'm
it's
sick.
For the sake of example,
I
you
know, but please stop. Please stop. But yeah. Just pick one. Just pick one. In the woods?
Yeah. This is not a great weapon for that, although it'll do.
Whatever. Is what it is. Yeah, going back to when we met the parentals for the first time, I was terrified when I was when we went for Kin to meet my parents for the first time. Utterly terrified. I was terrified. I have no idea if Kin was terrified. I was terrified.
I wasn't. Not at all. Never once.
But, because I was just sitting there like, what if they don't like him? What if they absolutely 100% hate him? Like, completely hate him? I'll have to cut off contact with my parents. Which isn't happening because I love my parents. But Kin. Because at that point, I was already like, nah, man.
I fully recognize the situation didn't look good.
It didn't look good. It wasn't as bad as it appeared.
Yeah,
but it looked bad.
For anyone that doesn't know, the conditions of our meeting, she came during her senior year of high school spring break.
To visit my best friend, Miss T.
Yeah.
Who was already in college.
Yeah, she came to visit her at the college that I was already attending. Mm-hmm. And to one, just hang out with her, and also to get a feel for the college and see if it's where she wanted to go. And then during the course of that week, I was already friends with Miss T. I'd met her through some other friends. And she sort of set us up.
Oh, Miss T set us up big time.
And so, age-wise, we're only 1 year apart. However, I graduated high school a year early, a full year early. So I was already a sophomore in college when she was still in like the last couple of months of high school.
So it sounds bad.
It sounds terrible.
Especially
although we're only
especially for lived under a rock girl with a singular boyfriend that was probably the worst boyfriend I could have had.
Does not sound like a cool guy.
Other than someone who was physically abusive, which he was not.
Still sounds like a douche, though.
He was. And my parents took extreme umbrage against that. Specifically my dad, who had bit his tongue because he never liked him. But because he was my first boyfriend, he didn't want to say so. And hurt me, right? That was my only other romantic anything at that point. And I'm sitting here like, I left for a week while I was absolutely terribly sick. Like, I technically really should not have gone.
Oh, you conned them into letting you go.
I did, because they're like, you're so sick, I don't think that, you're not healthy enough. And I basically faked them out, saying I felt good enough. And I basically forced myself to act as though I didn't feel as terrible as I did, just so that I could get in the car, drive out of the neighborhood, and then start hacking up a lung.
You rebel, you.
Yes, because I was determined. I wanted to go, and I was gonna go, whether or not they wanted me to. It didn't matter. And then, so, I was really terribly sick, like, so sick that I actually had something of a relapse during the week I was, visiting the campus. And so, lived under a rock, singular other boyfriend ever, kinda naive high school kid, leaves for less than a week to go to a college campus just to check and see if she likes it, comes back with a boyfriend who's a sophomore.
As one does.
Mm-hmm. Because that definitely sounds 100% good and not like I'm being taken advantage of at all. So yeah, I was like, I can't tell my parents this. I cannot tell my parents that I am 100% in love with this man that I have known for like...
A week.
I cannot, there's no way that's gonna go over well, so we're just gonna not. And it's only a couple of months until I go to college, and then I can meet him. And be all like, yeah, my new boyfriend, not the boyfriend that I message multiple times a day or spend hours just, IMing every day, all the time. It's like, yeah, that was going to be my new boyfriend. That was the plan. I am a terrible liar. Like, I am not good at it.
You kind of are.
I cannot lie to save my life. Well, maybe. At that point, maybe. Depending on what the lie was. Because the problem is I tend to feel guilty.
Oh, shit!
Oh, uh-oh.
That was a grenade.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God. Getting shot at. Kind of a lot.
I tend to feel guilty, like, immediately upon, saying the lie, which tends to show. So, especially because I was super duper incredibly, entirely over the moon happy about having met Kin. So I was simultaneously guilty feeling.
Whoa. Where's that coming from? Oh, over there.
And almost obnoxiously happy. So, of course my parents noticed. Like, they're not blind. So eventually my mom just sat me down and was like, okay, what's going on?
Well, it's because she saw you fiddling with the ring that I gave you.
Yeah. I had hid it for like...
You gave yourself away!
I did. Because we exchanged rings. Because we are... nerds?
We are sappy nerds like that.
We are sappy romantics at heart.
Oh, hi. I'm a madman. I know.
But he wore the ring I gave him on his little finger with another ring to keep it in place. Obviously, Kin's hands are a little bit larger than my hands.
Oh,
man.
Lady Luck has smiled upon me this day, because I was about to put another round at him, and then I heard click. And then I realized, oh, he dropped from the first round. Whew! Okay, yeah. We're good. Continue.
So, Kin's hands, much larger than mine. So no way is, one of his rings gonna fit on my hand. So he found a chain. We hooked the ring to the chain and I wore it around my neck. That was, how we had decided to do it. It became my little... Oh!
What? Finally! Continue.
It became my little fidget thing. But I kept it under my shirts. And I kept it secret for like a month.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
We did manage to keep it a secret. You even came to visit me with Miss T's help. We went all taken on that.
Oh yeah, I ghosted my way.
there were no...
All cash transactions.
Yep.
A little overboard, admittedly. Still, like, I was just like, if she doesn't, like, feel comfortable with her parents knowing, they will not know.
So, like... But of course, I eventually slipped up and fiddled with it while my mom was there. Because, you know, it had become a habit at school to do that. And she's just like, okay, so,
So what's up with that?
So what's going on? What's, yeah. So, of course, I gave. I mean, when confronted, I cannot lie directly.
You amateur!
Well, yeah. Duh. It's my mom. And so, when my dad came home from work, we all sat down, and he's like, okay, this weekend, we're gonna go down, and we're gonna meet him. And I'm like, okay.
This was not a request, mind you.
No, just, we will go down there, and we will meet him. And I'm like, right, we'll do, that's definitely a thing we're gonna do, apparently. I was terrified. I spent the entire 3 hours in the back of my dad's truck, just like nervous and utterly terrified.
Oh God!
Where?
Hi! How didn't you see me?
You shot him in the butt.
I did.
You butt.
I'm the craziest butt shooter. Okay, carry on.
Okay. But I spent that entire 3-hour drive absolutely 100% terrified. I had no idea what to do. I was like, they're gonna hate him. He's a sophomore in college. This isn't gonna go well. Well, Ken met us at a local
luckily,
steakhouse.
I'll take the court here for a second. They allowed me the small mercy of choosing the negotiation place. Mm-hmm. And so I asked her ahead of time for counterintelligence, like, what kind of food do they like? And she was like, well, they like steak and stuff. I'm like, sweet, we're going to Montana Mike's, the greatest steak place in San Marcos, Texas. We're going there.
That no longer exists.
It doesn't. I'm sad. The closest one is now like half an hour down the road.
Okay, so continue.
And so I was like confident, like, okay, I will show them that I have good taste in food. I don't even like steak, and yet I know enough to know that's where you go in San Marcos if you want good, affordable steak. And so I arranged the meeting, and I made sure to get there early so I don't keep them waiting, and greeted them in the parking lot. And, of course, her mom was, like, all smiles and just like, hey! Oop, hi there.
My mom was just happy that I was happy. My mom totally did not care. But then again, my mom's the one who had a 5-year plan and then a 10-year plan for what she was going to do with her life. And the boyfriend wasn't until the 10-year plan, and she was just coming to the States to study. And then she was going to go back home and told her dad that. And then, like, I think it was only, like, the first 2 years... met my dad, got married, and never moved back to Norway.
And her dad was so mad he refused to come to their wedding?
Yes. He forgave my dad, and they were really close after that. But
yeah, like,
yeah. So my mom is like, this is just great. I'm just happy that she's happy. That's all that matters. My dad, on the other hand,
he was a little suspicious.
Oh yeah.
Which I can't fault him for. Because, like I said, I know how it sounds.
He is protective Texas dad.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
The thing is, like, I've always... And this is going to sound worse than I mean it because of the comparison here. Still, keep up with me. I've always felt that I am really good at first impressions when it comes to job interviews or, say, parent interviews.
He's good at making good impressions.
I am.
Is basically what it is.
I'm confident in my ability to charm people in the first few moments of meeting them. And one of the things that I'll do, and this is good like advice, if you're able to do this smoothly, you can apply this to any sort of interaction, most of the time, as long as you're not in like a super formal setting. If there's an awkwardness about something, don't just let it simmer. Point it out. Do so in sort of a jokey way, like, okay, all right, I know how this looks. And don't sound defensive about it. You're just like, okay, I know how this looks. I can explain. All you're doing is raising red flags. Don't do it like that. There are ways though to
Poke fun at it.
Yeah, like address the weirdness in the room, make it funny, make everyone comfortable with it. Just like, all right, this is a little weird. Let's just call it honest. This is a little weird. And then it's not a problem. It's not an issue.
So, Ken did manage to make my dad laugh.
First 5 minutes.
So it was okay after that.
And that's one of my like touchstones for trying to like crack the shell of those like hard personalities like he's got when he's a little defensive, is if you can make that person laugh in the first 5 minutes, you're golden. Mm-hmm. Just don't screw up.
Yep.
Just maintain course and you're fine.
Mm-hmm. Scarlett says, I know exactly what you mean with the necklace fiddling. It's such a cute story. And the rare times I take off my glass opal necklace, I still reach for it absentmindedly. And no, Ken, I'm the crazed butt shooter. Marcus says, I really need to check out the steak joint if I ever get the chance to come over. I keep hearing good things.
Yeah, it is not created equal.
No. Some steak places are much better than others.
Oh, yes.
And the cuts of meat make a huge difference also.
Oh, yeah, huge difference.
So it says, what would you say are the best pasta places around Houston?
Pasta places around Houston?
I prefer Fratellini's, which is a little neighborhood joint.
Yeah.
It's less hole in the wall now than it used to be.
Yeah, like it's established. It's still sitting in like a strip center, though. It's not like a standalone restaurant.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. As far as like fine dining, their portions are not large. However, the food is amazing. Shit, what are they called? The place that your folks took us for our anniversary.
Perry's?
There we go, Perry's.
Perry's
Their food is
steakhouse
fantastic.
is amazing. Like, you will spend a lot of money.
You'll spend money. It's rich people food. However,
it is delicious rich people food.
It's actually rich people food that's worth the money. Because there's a lot of rich people food that it's only rich people food because they say it is, and for some reason it's just accepted that that's okay. And like,
yeah. But they are actually delicious.
That's really good.
As far as just regular pricing goes, I would say Fratellini around here is really good. If you're wanting something that you can pretty much guarantee you'll find one, Olive Garden is not that bad.
Yeah, like it's kind of memed on a lot. Like, Olive Garden isn't terrible. Now, they are, again, not all created equal. Like, there's a couple of Olive Gardens that we visited that were
Yeah.
And then some that are really freaking good.
In general, if you're looking for one that for sure exists in a given area, or at least around Houston, there are several Olive Gardens in the Houston area. They're usually okay, but I prefer my little hole in the wall. Let's see. Save says, I'm out. Time for dinner.
Alrighty.
Enjoy. GOA Freya waves and says uptime, and I don't think the uptime command
I don't think it does.
Functional. We have been almost 3 hours now, I think.
Oh, he's not okay.
We've been going for quite some time at this point.
Yeah.
Almost 3 hours.
Also, welcome. That is
Hello.
a name I don't recognize.
Marcus says, my idea of fine dining, double cheeseburger with a large Coke. With some fries, too. Yeah. Fratellini is my favorite around here for pasta. Because they have amazing portions. They're huge.
Oh, yeah, you will not leave that place hungry.
No. You might leave that place with a to-go box.
Yeah.
And they have a pretty substantial menu, so there's lots of options. Then there's Italian Cafe, which is another genuinely hole-in-the-wall.
Yeah, that's a small place.
It's small. I don't like their Alfredo sauce as much as I like Fratellini. It doesn't sit well with my digestive system.
It's quite rich. So.
But there are other things that I like there. So they're also good, but they are also a hole-in-the-wall place.
Yeah. And I mean, rich isn't like strong flavor.
She said, you could still call me Lady Nocturne.
Oh, man. How many times are you going to change your name?
It's like, I never know.
Yeah.
So it says, I hate how Aussie McDonald's is trying to kid themselves into thinking they're fine dining. It's freaking fast food, y'all.
Yeah. Now, speaking of fast food and Italian, there is a place that was in San Marcos, the town that we went to college in, that I'm so sad. Yeah, it's still there. There aren't any in Houston anymore. They all pulled out years ago. Fazoli's. Any of y'all that watched the GT Live road trip through the desert that they put out a few days ago, apparently they know
about
of Fazoli's. I didn't realize Fazoli's was out that far west either.
Fazoli's is...
It's fast food Italian, and it's delicious.
The breadsticks are where it's at.
Yeah.
Let's be real. The fresh breadsticks are 100% where it's at.
And their Alfredo's actually pretty good, too. Like, Fazoli's, chicken Alfredo, and endless breadsticks? I'm there all day long.
We just can't have it because there is a Tenny.
Yeah, there aren't any in Houston. Fazoli's, come to Houston, please.
Also, I refuse to drive around San Marcos anymore.
Yeah, San Marcos. Ooh, their city planners
lost
their mind. Meth, not even once.
Freya/Lady Nocturne says, I named myself the Nordic Goddess.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. I recognize the name. That would be because I am part-time Viking. Hi.
Yes, indeed. I might have married into a Viking clan.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Like an actual Viking clan. Like they can actually trace their roots into Viking times.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
We are a very old family, and I don't think we want to be here.
What happened here? That's a yard full of dead people. This isn't frickin' Outlast. What the hell?
I don't think we want to be here. I think we should not be here.
I'm gonna leave now.
Scarlett says, hashtag not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Although, Fazoli's. I will whore out like crazy for y'all, because...
also, Chili's.
Yeah, Chili's.
Or Chewy's.
Chili's. Yeah, Chewy's too.
Chewy's too. You know.
All of the above, even.
You know. All of you, if you just wanna, you know, we would happily be hashtag actually sponsored.
Chewy's. I was there from the start. Not really. I have visited your original location, though. I was like 10. I've gone there, though, and I enjoyed it.
And we eat Chewy's a lot.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Like, a lot.
Chewy's at 290 and 1960 here in Houston. Y'all, sup, represent. Love your food, love your queso. There's some in our fridge right now, because we might have eaten Chewy's this afternoon.
Yeah, that might have been lunch. Because I love your Friday special. Yeah. The hatch chicken enchiladas are delicious. So they're so good.
Not sponsored. Chewy's, please change that. Please.
I have one of your shirts.
Yeah, you do.
I unironically wear it.
It's not just vintage hipster nonsense. We wear it because we like you.
Also, it's adorable.
It is.
It is an adorable shirt.
Yeah,
oh, that's an extraction point. Stay it.
Okay, I'll take it.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Of course, they are opening a new Chewy's.
They are much closer to us, so we don't have to drive half an hour to get there.
Unless their Friday special is not the same Friday special, in which case on Fridays I might just be like, my love, I love you. Please drive us all the way.
And some people will look at me like I'm crazy depending on where they're from if I say we drive a half hour for food. Because there's some people that like won't even drive a half hour for work. I'm like, dude, this is Houston. We drive that far to get lunch.
Oh, there's the tag.
Yeah.
Put your wallet.
Money.
Wallet.
Make room. Okay, let's... Actually, you know what? Those can stay. I'm going to put my Staxo rubles in there. There we go. Cool. Okie dokie. Wallet coming down here.
Lane Octon says, oh, nice. My family's traced back to knights in the medieval times.
Cool.
We have our own family crest and everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
We have,
I love that kind of thing.
We have that sort of thing also, which is, I've always thought was freaking awesome. So it's really cool whenever that's the case. Marcus says, fun fact, I just remembered. Did you guys know that the actor who plays Chewbacca in the new Star Wars movies is a Finnish basketball player?
Really? Did not know that.
Also, speaking of knights...
I knew you were going to say that.
My cousin is the bestestest cousin to ever cousin. I love you. Thank you very much for the belated Christmas present. It's awesome, and I love it.
Because I was about to say that I'm a little sad that my family doesn't have that cool crest sort of thing. Except, goddammit, yes it does now! Do you want to explain?
No.
Okay.
You do it.
Because
you can make it sound as awesome as I feel.
This is going to sound horrible. I'm shirking in my duties as a lord. Where was it? Where was it in Scotland?
Might have been in Scotland. Hang on.
In Scotland.
You know, I can show them our crest.
You can. Yeah.
I will
So-
be right back.
It's a joke. However, cool and legitimate, though. There's, I don't know if it's like a company or if it's a property or whatever, there's a place in the UK, let's say, until I know for more certain where, that essentially they sell little, like, a few feet by a few feet plots of land on this old noble's estate that, if you purchase that, comes with a title of semi-nobility. Now, you're not part of the true, like, personage.
I think it's in England.
Okay.
Also, so this is our...
Yeah.
This is,
now, this is the Davenport family crest.
So, we have our official document
Yeah.
proclaiming us.
The Lord and Lady Davenport. And like, again, it's mostly
just
just
honorific.
so that you can say so, you know, for a joke.
But it's legal.
Like, it is legally applicable, though. Like, you can actually put on legal documents, Lord so-and-so, and mean it.
and there's this one.
Financial
too.
institutions must respect it, and so too must the government. Even though you're only a lorded, or like a landed person.
You are
for
not
a few
part of
feet.
the peerage.
Yeah, you're not part of the peerage officially. However, you can introduce yourself as such, because it's not a hereditary title. It's like essentially a purchased title, which falls under the same category as those old ones that were like earned and only really good as long as that person lives, not necessarily for the rest of their line. So again, it's just for the cool, like, say-so factor. Still cool, though.
But we can officially
Yeah.
call ourselves Lord and Lady.
We can indeed. And so we shall.
Yep.
You may now address me as Lord Kinsmark.
So it says, here in Canberra, you have to drive a half hour for anything. This is the city of highways.
Sounds about like Houston.
Mark says, let me guess, you bought a piece of noble land.
We didn't. Her cousin did for us.
Miss T says, lol, that is awesome. Lane Octa says, so do they have to address you as my lord? If we put that on official statements instead of, like, for, you know, official government documents, when they ask you what your, what you should be called, you can literally put that you will call me Lord or Lady. We can actually make them do that to us now.
I could make the IRS address me as Lord, punks.
Yep.
I know that's not how a lord should conduct himself. However, I'm new to this.
Marcus says, I bow to no man. Sarah says, that is awesome. You shall be now and forevermore my Lord and Lady Kinsmark. We were, like, my mom came home from Norway when she went on her trip. And that's when we all exchanged the presents that we had not gotten the chance to, you know, give each other. And she couldn't wait. She had apparently known about this for months, but because, you know, we weren't all, we weren't in a place where it could actually be given to us, she couldn't say anything, and it was apparently driving her insane. So she got back from the airport and said, you can't go upstairs yet, hang on, and went and dug it out of her suitcase just so she could see our faces, because she couldn't stand sitting on that knowledge anymore.
It's super cool.
It was. I sat there, and there might have been some squeeing happening, you know? Some happy squeaks going on. I love you. Thank you. I know you'll never see this stream, probably.
Guard doesn't watch our stuff.
No, he doesn't. I don't care. Thank you. It was awesome. We love it. But he understands.
Oh,
He gets
oh,
us.
Yeah. Like, we're very alike. He and we.
So he understands us. Leonocta says, Next Street, Kinsmark, and Violator have to wear noble clothing, Skyrim style.
She kind of does, actually.
I might actually have something along those lines.
She's got some, like,
I have a couple
handmade, cool, from the mountains of Norway clothes. Me, I'm just like, I have a button-up shirt that hardly fits.
It's okay.
It's actually something I have to do in the near future. I have to go shopping for formal clothes so that I can be photographed in them for my professional headshot for applications as a voice actor.
Yep. Dang it.
You dropped your phone again, didn't you? You gotta quit doing that. Ow.
I'm sorry. I don't know where it went again.
It was such a gentle nudge. It just, like, gradually hyperextended my elbow there.
I'm sorry. Scarlett says, do it! Start stream with a full fanfare. Marcus says, I'm gonna make them a pair of ceremonial swords in school and ship them to them.
That's
sheath
awesome.
and all. We would unironically love that. I would legitimately put them on our wall.
Yeah, not gonna lie. I
would 100%.
I would only advise you to do that once I am at a point financially where I can pay you for that. Because I understand, like, a handmade metalwork, shit takes time. Like, that's a lot of time, and your time is not worthless. So, like, I would like to compensate you for all that effort. I can't right now. So, hold off until I can. That's it, though. Handmade sword. Freaking awesome idea. If you want any design ideas, I may have designed a pixel art sword for the side quests channel. I would freaking love anything even remotely close to that. Because I think my favorite style of sword these days, I've evolved past my old weirdoisms.
Marcus says they can add those to the wall with the crest.
Yeah.
I do have every intention of framing all of those specific documents that say we are this
like,
thing and putting them on a wall.
I haven't told you about this. Something that I have had the idea since we got that. David's got a... what do you call it? An acetylene torch. If we get some just like sheet aluminum, stencil it and cut that out, and just like hang that on the wall.
We could fake it.
Yeah, and actually have like a metal, just a silhouette. Still though, like a metal hangable silhouette of that crest. That would look really cool.
That would look really cool.
And then if there were a sword, we could put that through it. Like that looks super cool too.
Yeah, Freya says, well, maybe some Viking axes since Kin married into a Viking family. Well, my personal fighting style might be a single long sword and an axe.
Yeah, she's a sword and axe fighter.
I am. Or sword and sword, depending. Though the second sword has to be curved because I need that chopping action.
She's got the dual-wielding feet.
Mark says, buddy, they would not be made like real swords, lol. I would just cut them out of metal and machine handles for them.
That's fine.
We don't care.
If they're only going up on the wall, that is totally fine. Still, though, like, that's still...
I would mount them above our title papers.
That's still time and effort, though. Like, again, your time is not worthless, so even if it's only an afternoon project, like, I'd still want to compensate you for it.
Because we love you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't like seeing artists shortchange themselves. So, like anytime
Marcus
someone
says, I'm studying to be a welder, not a blacksmith. Yep. Miss T says, my dad knows a good place to get metal and stuff, especially for that sort of thing and forging. I'll ask him about it and let you know.
Cool.
Freya says, real sword made from steel or not. Oh.
I'm a madman on a mission. I don't know what that mission is. I'm on it, though. Ow! Ow! Okay. Well.
The mission was to die.
Yeah, apparently.
But yes, so we are Lord and Lady, and we have official documents that we're going to have to go online and do some official stuff.
Yeah, to fully finalize.
And when we do that, it's going to be awesome. Super excited. Because it's not real, and I know it's not real, but it's fun. You know?
Oh, yeah.
It's
just real enough that I can tell the IRS it's real. So, like, yeah, that counts to me.
Freya says, Lady Nocturne says, I was a lady, then I changed my name since I ascended to godhood. Marcus says, I'm probably going to make them soon as possible anyway, since I can't exactly stay there forever.
Okay.
I don't think we have a I think he's shipping us swords, whether we want it or not.
Hey, this is a good problem to have.
We won't complain. I will make sure he does not complain, and we will do a full video of us unboxing and freaking out.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
And then mounting them on the wall. It will happen. Just so you know. If you end up actually doing that. If not, that's fine too.
Oh yeah.
But yes. I kept meaning to be all like, hey, guess what? We get to be called now. And I kept forgetting to say it on stream. And now we have officially done so.
Yeah.
See, the next time we play Mountain Blade, we know what to do.
Yeah. So Marcus, I'll make you a deal. If you do end up insisting on sending those ahead of my ability to fully compensate you for it, then whenever you do eventually make your way over to the States, I will cover your first Texas steak dinner. How about that? I think that's a deal there.
We will take you to our favorite restaurants.
Yeah.
Whichever one you want to try first, I guess.
Okay. That's a full stack. Okay. There we go.
I got excited and now I feel blah again.
Yeah.
Like I got animated and now I'm like, oh, my energy went away.
Something about remembering one's lordship that has a way of energizing a person.
At least briefly.
Yeah.
You know.
Alright. I think I'm pretty squared away.
So that means that when when we do more D&D stuff, I will be the lady GM.
Yeah.
And you will respect me. Or else.
You will respect the authority of the crown, or thou shalt be dealt with swiftly and severely.
Yep.
Or some such nonsense, I don't know. Don't die.
Freya says, have you had any desync lately or come across pistol glitchers?
I don't know. There was a guy earlier that I was not able to loot that was up on top of Sniper Rock that he seemed like he was rocking a pistol caliber something or other. I could never get up there to loot him, so I don't know for certain.
So we have no idea whether he might have or not.
Yeah. I haven't run into anyone that seems to have an unfair advantage. I have had some lag spikes, so I don't know if that's exactly the desync you're referring to. No more than
was usual.
Normal. Yeah, like that is a problem with this game. I do like every minute or so have a quick little jitter in the frame rate, and like I said, a couple of days ago, my largest problem was that my frame rate just tanked. It went down to like 10 and stayed there no matter what I changed. And then, as of the patch that rolled out this morning, it's returned to normal. So I don't know.
We don't know. Marcus says, also, if you want something special for them, message me the details in Discord. Otherwise, I'm just going to make them regular cross-shaped swords. Okay. And Ken, I am holding you to that dinner.
Oh, yeah. As you should.
100%. We will.
Oh, yeah. Even if it's 30 years from now, like I said, you make your way over here, and we will cover your first steak dinner. Anyway, on that note, I think we're pretty well spent.
Says, also, I got to get special permission from my teacher to make the swords. It's, weapons.
Yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily have to sharpen them.
But they're still weapon shapes, so you probably still have to get permission.
Yeah. So actually here, real quick, since we're just on that topic real quick, and we're about to close out, I'm just gonna...
You want to show off... You just want to show off your pixel art sword.
I put an entire evening...
You put a lot of work into that pixel art sword, and I love it, and I think you did a great job.
Give me just a second here. Let's full screen that. Go over here to side quest. There we go. So, OBS, where'd you go? There we go. Now, monitor capture... Monitor... There we go. So... that one. There's a link to this channel. It's one of our side quest channels. It's one of our side quest channel. One of our side channels where all of our vlogs and stuff are about to go up. It's not obviously populated yet. There's nothing here. It's where it's all going to go though. And I spent an entire day working on the art for this pixel art sword. So if you can get anywhere close to that sort of pattern, I would friggin' love that.
And
Anyway.
if not, that's totally fine too. We will take
yeah.
regular cross-shaped swords also.
Absolutely.
Marcus says, so yeah, hit me up in Discord. Vi said one has to be curved, right? For my
for hers.
personal. Yay. Freya says, it looks very Skyrim-y.
That was a little of my design idea, yeah. It's just like one of my favorite styles of sword now, because I have evolved past my old weeabooisms of, oh, katana or nothing. Now, I still prefer like single-edge designs. For me, the Kriegsmesser, I think, is my favorite now.
Yeah. Scott says single-edge claymore. Nice.
Yeah.
I prefer, for one of mine, it's usually a fairly straight blade, but my second one always has to be curved so I can get a bit more of the wrist choppy.
Yeah.
Actually, to have it actually do a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yes, for the sake of, like, for guarding's sake, I prefer to have one edge flat and the other actually sharp. Mm-hmm. And I've come to
tip should usually be both sharp, but...
and I've come to appreciate the quillons or the guard spikes, whatever someone refers to them as. I've seen like 1,000 different names for those little secondary hooks that come off of the side of a sword. Mm-hmm. They're there for parrying. So anyway, weird little sword discussion digression. Mm-hmm. I feel like there was a thing I was going to say. What was I going to say? I don't remember anymore. I don't know. We've covered a lot of topics today. So, yeah. All that is just to say that, once again, because it's just something that I've really had on my mind a lot lately.
Oh, so are we going full?
Oh yeah, I'm
full
taking
circle?
it full circle around.
Full circling.
I would not have had the confidence in myself to do pretty much any of what we've done over the last few months, especially, and the last few years in particular, if it were not for you guys' consistent support and also just, friendship and conversations and saying, yeah, that actually does sound good if we're just like hanging out and chatting in Discord or something. There's a lot of those ideas that were always just sort of pipe dreamy, such as pursuing voice acting like I've done recently, that it's only really like hit me recently how much I've only really committed to pursuing due to the support that you guys have given. Like I've really had I'll use a really incendiary word here, because some people hate hearing this. It's true though. I've led a pretty privileged life. Like, I grew up relatively poor, yeah, and like I've had falling outs with some family members, yeah. What?
You're downplaying it again.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not gonna say that I haven't had some shitty times in my life and like, suffered the mental after effects thereof. Still, like I've had friends, very close friends, and family even, that have had it way worse than me. Mm-hmm. And so I never let myself get into the headspace of just like, oh, no one knows how horrible it is, because plenty of people do. I'm not special for that. Mm-hmm. And that fact that I'm not special or unique for having suffered certain things is in some strange ways sort of comforting sometimes, because it means you can actually find people that have gone through the same sorts of things that you have and commiserate and support each other, and like that's a more valuable thing, and I'm relearning that lesson over and over again as years go on than I think a lot of people realize, and that was a very valuable lesson for me to realize, and something that I've said many times over the years, ever since we started streaming, is that you guys are really good at propping me up emotionally, especially when I need it, and sort of picking me up and dusting me off if I've had a rough time. There are so many times that I've started a stream not really in a great mood, not really feeling that great, and then at the end of it, I'm all smiley and happy just because you guys are really great at picking me up. And again, the conversations and just genuine support that I get from you guys have pushed me to try things that I probably otherwise would not have done. And that I'm really glad that I'm doing now. So it's just that I've had that on my mind a lot lately, and it's really sunk in for me that I am pursuing things today that even a year ago I would not have done due to essentially insecurities on my part, thinking that I wasn't good enough to do those things, and y'all constantly telling me, no, you are. Go do it. You do well at it. Is pretty much the reason that I am. So despite the fact that I have had such a supportive family, of the family that I maintain contact with. Again, there's always that thought in the back of my head that they're just saying so because they love me, and that's great. Like I would never trade that love for the world. It's unconditional though, and there's always that lingering self-doubt of, well, they're only saying I'm good at it because they don't want to hurt my feelings, or they just have rose-tinted glasses about me. They think I can do no wrong, and so hearing it from strangers.
I'm gonna break your heart right now. I would tell you if you sucked at something.
Good!
Just so you know.
I have told you that same thing. However, as you have told me, you have that same little thought in your head of, oh, he's just saying that.
I know,
so,
but I want you to know for sure, right now, live, I will tell you if you are really bad at something and it's not gonna work.
I will want you to
tell you.
Because I need to know if I'm wasting my time.
And I have stuff to catch up on. So Scarlett says, always happy to help. At least I can do for all of the entertainment and help you've given me over the years.
Well, very much appreciated.
Miss T says, it's because the community here is pretty great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Marcus says, this is the best community I've ever been a part of, to be honest. So it says, same. This is the best place on the internet to hang out.
I don't know about that. I like to think that we
think that it's a good place to be, and we're extraordinarily grateful to every one of you that make this community what it is.
Absolutely.
And allow it to be such a positive place, which is all we could have ever hoped for the community that's built up around all of this.
I know I've said this in particular several times over the years. It's always true, though, that I am very glad that you guys are the type of personalities, those accepting and supporting and genuinely caring personalities that are, one, attracted to this community, and two, that stay here and find something to enjoy here amongst the stuff that we do here on air and also amongst each other. Like, it's really cool. Like, I've had this conversation with family a few times. I don't know if I've really talked about this on camera much at all, is seeing, like, groups of you guys, like, Noah and Bob, or like Ghost and Waskar, that, as far as I knew, did not know each other until all of this happened.
And then becoming such good friends.
Yeah, and then like genuine friendships were made because of this thing that we've made, and knowing that we facilitated those really positive relationships is super cool to see.
Yeah, and we are just super, super happy that, the LLP community is what it is. We love all you guys.
Oh, yeah.
And we're being super sappy right now, but I'm not feeling good, which means I'm either a grouchy sourpuss or I'm I can't help the melting heart,
I like it
sappiness.
When I'm tired. Like, if I've had a little to drink, I'm not, like, the angry drunk guy. I'm the guy that's, like, hugging everyone, just like, you good friend. You're one of my good friends.
Not that you get...
I don't get that messed up. Like, that's an exaggeration. Still,
not that happens very often.
No, because it's hard to do. Still, though.
Miss T goes, I know that...
Don't die.
I know the feel of you might be lying to me about my skills because you love me. But it's always good to have a source of trusted, loving honesty.
Yeah.
And, the feels train struck suddenly. Yes. There was no, there was no warning. It just... came out of nowhere.
It's just something that I've had on my mind recently. And the thing is, like...
He's been feeling sappy recently.
Well, it's due to all of the downtime that I've had because of, one, the injury and then getting sick. Like, if I'm just working on this, I can do most of this work in my sleep. It doesn't take a whole lot of thought. So, if I'm just doing rote things, just upload, tag, copy, description, do. Not a lot's going on up here, so it leaves me with a lot of time to think. And these are the things that I've had on my mind recently. And that I thought about doing an vlog, and then I was just like, nah, I'll raise the topic on stream at some point, because it's really our stream community, and therefore, because it's mostly overlapping the Discord community, that this is for. So
I have a lot more stuff.
Yeah, we got chat going.
Okay, so first off, Marcus does say, I think I can work with that Claymore model to some degree.
Cool.
Maybe gotta leave the upper handle out to save on the cost. Because, I gotta pay for my own projects.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man.
Miss T says, suddenly feels all good, though. Marcus says, I'm going to be honest. Before I joined Twitch and popped in first time during the Star Wars Battlefront stream, I was constantly debating whether or not to jump in because I didn't know how you guys would react. Yeah, we are happy that you're here, and we are happy to have you. And thank you so much for taking that leap and jumping in.
Was your first stream with us Star Wars Battlefront, or was it Dragon Age? I seem to remember we had you way in the Dragon Age days.
He might have popped up first in the old Battlefront stream.
That's true. Oh, yeah, when we were doing the open beta for it.
Uh-huh.
That's possible, yeah.
Old, way back when.
Yeah.
Scott says, so the stream should be called either The Feels Train or Don't Die.
Yeah.
Miss T says, realizations of all the things we have to be grateful for is a really good thing, I think.
Mm-hmm. And, like, one last thing while we're still chugging on the Feels Train.
Here it comes.
Just a clarification of things is... like, one of the recurring topics here is the whole, the fear of somebody just supporting you because of their relationship to you. I like, well, not just like, that sounds really weak for what I mean. I appreciate the support that you guys give me more in some ways than the people that are otherwise closer to me in my life, because those people sort of have, like, emotional or familial obligations to support me and that sort of thing. At the end of the day, as close as we are to you guys now, you all started out as internet randos, people that we don't know, have no connection to, and that you therefore have no obligation to approve of us for. And so therefore, having essentially earned your appreciation and respect, to me feels like I actually did earn it, and that it wasn't just given to me because we're family, or we're friends, or we went to the same school, or whatever. In a certain way, that approval weighs a little more. And that is why it, more than even the support of my family, has pushed me to actually try the things that I have recently. Because it's not just coming from people that sort of have to say, oh yeah, you do well at that, even if upstairs they're just like, I don't know. I just don't want him to not do things. So, that's the point that I've really tried to, like, find my way around getting to this whole time. Is that I know I can actually trust in genuinely the support that you guys give me, and that it really has driven me towards something that I feel like I am going to grow and expand and get a lot of personal satisfaction and growth out of that I otherwise wouldn't have. And so therefore, thank you. That's where I was going with all that. So, yeah,
I have a lot to catch up on. Marcus says, Battlefront beta was my first.
Oh, it was the beta. Okay.
Shield says, I think I lurked in a few Fallout 4 streams before I even said hi. Scarlett says, I first jumped in during the first Shadowrun series and have loved every stream since. And Freya says, amazing how I've been with you guys for 4 years already, back with the old Shadow of Chernobyl.
4 years? Wow. It's weird for me still to think that we've done it this long.
Well, and we've been streaming.
For most of that time now.
We've been streaming longer than we've been married.
We have.
Because we announced we were getting married.
We did,
on stream.
Yeah. And then I think it was Menthius that made us that really cool congrats on getting married.
Yeah, and
page.
Everybody put the sweet comments on. Yeah. We have been streaming.
I had not thought of it in those terms. Mm-hmm. That's interesting to think about.
Yep. But Sheila says, I wanted to see how the stream went before even joining.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which is totally fair. There are plenty of streamers that I've watched and go like, you're okay. Not for me, though. Click.
Yeah. But we want to thank all you guys for taking that step and jumping in and becoming part of the community.
Oh, yeah.
You guys mean everything to us, really.
Yeah. I mean, y'all
and all you lurkers out there who may or may not be actually lurking, I don't know.
Or just people watching on the archive channel that can't catch us live,
We love you guys too.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for being here, even if you don't feel like commenting for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Just know that if you ever feel like commenting, we will welcome you.
Oh yeah, no pressure ever to come out from hiding, as it were, because I know some people just aren't comfortable doing that. I totally understand.
I am on Discord, and I am set to be offline all the time.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I don't read things.
Well, she spies on y'all.
I do.
She catches me up on what's going on in Discord, even though I'm the one that's more visible there.
I lurk. I am a serial lurker.
Yeah.
Like on the Giant in the Playground, the D&D forums.
Oh, yeah.
I have a special...
you haven't yet, lifted...
I have not posted anywhere. I am a shadow in the playground. They have...
special little titles for people depending on what you do for posts.
And how many posts you've had and stuff. I have been a part of them and active, reading stuff and favoriting threads, following threads. For so long, they're like, no, it's not that you're a noob. You're just a perpetual lurker, so you're now a shadow. Instead of their basic, you haven't made any posts or you've made very few posts. I'm a special guy. But yes, I lurk. I understand. So don't feel pressured. But if you ever do want to, we are here. And we thank you for watching us and supporting us, even just by listening to us ramble along for forever. Okay. Scarlett says, the respect and admiration I have for you all means so much more to me than anyone else in my life so far. I just wanted to finally let you know.
Well, I very much appreciate that. I'm honored that you would consider us in such high esteem.
Yep. Miss T says, she's the one who haunts the channels.
She is.
I am.
She sees all.
Vi jumped into Discord for the first time in years a couple days ago. And Scarlett says, a wild Violeta appears.
Yeah.
Exactly. Miss T says, they gave you a special title over there. Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Sheil says, I was called a ghost in one stream that I mod. I would be working on something and get a feeling that someone's being bad in the chat. I'll open the tab and time out the person or block before even one of the other mods are actively watching chat.
Chat sense. It's a class feature now.
Marcus says, Vi, about the sword, you want it to be like a scimitar? Sure. Do you know the style that I like best? I don't. There's a word for it.
If it's a Nordic style, here, I'll spell it in chat because it's a little finicky on the spelling. It's a Seax, Seax, which is a type of chopping sword of Nordic design. Well, also of Celtic design. They kind of intermingled their weaponry designs. Yep. Which, fun fact, the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII is a gigantically exaggerated version of.
Which is a really cool fun fact.
Yeah, it is.
Just to bring that around. But yes, we love you guys, and thank you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm just gonna be mushy now. Thank you guys for just being you guys.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not just saying so or kidding when I say, like, you guys are the reason that we're doing what we're doing, and that we didn't quit literally years ago.
Because if it wasn't for you guys, we might have just decided that it's just not working, so there's no point. But you guys have been so awesome and so supportive that we felt like we could make it work, even though it's been a pretty strong uphill slog that we're still trying to do.
There's only three things. What?
Click.
Oh. Yeah, there we go. That, yeah.
Yes, like that.
There are only three things that I've really thought about doing, aside from this, since I left the sales job that I had prior to doing this full-time. One of them is just full-time writing. However, that takes a very long time to establish, even more than doing this. One is doing tattoo art, which my style does lend itself toward, as it's a fairly sketchy, like heavy line sort of style. However, I don't really like the apprenticeship system. I'm not gonna cast a too wide net or paint in too broad strokes. I've just seen too many examples of, let's say, that apprentice style system getting abused and for people to therefore get used. And I don't have patience for that. Like, I would explode at somebody if somebody tried to take advantage of me that way. And so I'm just like, it's not something I could really see myself having the patience to go through the process of. Never mind the fact that I think I would excel at it. I think I would actually do well as a tattoo artist. It's just the process of getting there, I think, would eat a little too much of my soul. The other one is doing radio, because I've at least thought of myself as having sort of an entertaining persona. It kind of returns to my confidence that I've had, even prior to my confidence in my voice, really, in making good first impressions and at least entertaining people in person. However, like, I've got a friend actually who works, he got started at the college radio station at the university that we went to, and he still works in radio. He's working at one of those stations in Austin, here in Texas, that gave me a little more of an inside look and idea of what really goes on in that industry. and it's rough. Like, it too would eat my soul for different reasons, because there's a whole lot of selling out that goes on, and the station expects it of you if you're on air, as far as like endorsement of products for when it's not just commercials that like the company already produces and then they just pay to run for airtime. If it's like, we have our popular on-air hosts for this channel or that, and we want them to say, oh, like, I use this all the time. Most of the time, no, they don't. They're paid to say that they do and to sound really excited about it and genuine, and they have to really get good at lying. As a person who, due to past familial issues, really, really has a problem with lying, that's not okay with me. And that crosses into a different territory, because the thing is, like, just doing the ad voiceover for a commercial, that's different to me. And maybe it's just me finicking, because then you're not really expected to attach your personal self to that endorsement. It's not you as a person saying, oh yeah, this is good. You're just a voice that somebody paid for to sound cool. It's different, you know? Whereas if you've already cultivated, like, yeah, I'm Kinsmarket 95.5, and I endorse this product, like, that kind of says a little more, and it attaches it more to you, and I'm not willing to do that. The thing is, most radio stations, not all, most though, if they're really successful, it's because they're doing a lot of ad deals. And those ad deals are very commonly compromising ethically, in my regard. So that was one where I was just like, I could do really well as an on-air DJ. I know I could. I'm not sure if I'm willing to accept the compromises I would have to make in my own ethics to get there, though. Yeah. And short of like making my own damn radio station, which I don't even have the first clue how to do, that I couldn't do either. So, like,
this is really it. This is our dream.
It is. Like, I have no qualms about doing this. I'm, like, obviously I'm a little frustrated and sad that it's taken us a while to get really, like, financially on our feet doing it. Like, to put it in words stolen from Daniel Avedon of the Game Grumps, though, even so far, just knowing that we're improving the lives of you guys, that even if all it is just making you chuckle on a down day, knowing that we're helping people, it's, you know, sort of the making our fucking dreams come true, to put it in his terms. I've always wanted to improve people's lives in whatever it is I'm doing. That's part of why I left doing corrections work, is because I only intellectually knew that I was helping the community in doing that job, because it's a job that needs doing. And yeah, it helps keep things stable, etc. It's rather thankless, though, to most people, and if you're inside. And, you know, call me greedy, call me selfish. I kind of wanted a little more of the actual, like, not just appreciation from people for the job. I want to actually see the good that I'm doing, though. And interaction with you guys lets me see that. So that's part of why I've stuck with this for so long, and now really dug in and said, yeah, this is what I'm doing, goddammit. And a lot of that I've never really, like, put into words on air. It's always there, though. And again, just to kind of take things around full circle, it's hit me recently, since I've had so much time to think, how much all of that is rooted in the interactions with you guys that we've had largely since we started streaming. And literally, you guys, not just speaking to you guys in general as the people who may or may not see this in archive land, no, like you guys who are in chat right now, listening to me this second. Mostly it's you guys that have pushed me toward doing and sticking to all of this. So I think I've now said pretty much everything that I've had rattling around up here. So okay, yeah.
So cool. Marcus says he might have to make the greatsword slightly smaller, so the sheets have size limitations.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, whatever size you need to make it, even if it's shrunken down. If it's just going on a wall, that's totally fine. Cool. I'm, again, honored that you'd even consider using your time that way for us.
But yeah, we love you guys. Thank you, and we're going strong still because of all of you, and we will be continuing to do this for as long as we are able.
And like I did have one person, only one so far, message me, because we have mentioned, of course, that I'm pursuing voice acting more now. They was just like, oh no, I'm so scared that if you start succeeding at that, you're just going to drop YouTube. No, I'm not going to. Don't worry.
We will not drop YouTube. We won't stop streaming.
Now, like, the only reason that things have, like, slowed down across the board,
it's because we're sick.
Yeah, well, you know, it's because we're sick. It's because I was injured for a while, and also, like, I have put a lot of time into making all these side channels, and especially with content migration,
It takes forever.
It does.
Let me tell you, it takes forever.
Hundreds of videos, all that need unique tags, unique descriptions, and that, I have to re-find all the thumbnails for and then wait for all the uploads. And some of these are like hours-long videos, so they take forever. So that's eating a lot of my time. Like, don't conflate the fact with me saying recently that I'm going to go do voice acting, and then suddenly the channel's getting a lot darker with me essentially just like dropping YouTube to go do that. No, that's not what's going on here.
It's partially because it just takes a long time, and also because our voices have not been as we haven't felt that they're good enough.
Yeah. And I am a perfectionist,
really, so record with them. So it says, I shall always be here for my Lord and Lady Kinsmar.
Well, thank you.
We appreciate that. Your loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Oh, yeah. You're loyal, squire. So, anyway. All that is just to say that we really appreciate you guys, and we will continue to honor you as well with our service to you, and hoping to entertain you guys for a very long time to come. Because that is a really meaningful vocation that I do not care to let go of. So we're gonna continue chugging at it. We will
be old and gray and still making Let's Plays.
The joke that the Game Grumps crack all the time is just like, we are gonna die on camera.
Hopefully not, but
no, hopefully not literally. Still, like that thought of like, no, we're just gonna keep doing this until we don't anymore. Not even necessarily that we don't anymore, because we can't anymore. Because we're dead.
Yep.
So, Anyway, I think all that is a good place to leave this afternoon.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry. I'm really thirsty. My throat is feeling thrashed. So.
And I need to go cough up a lung real quick.
Yeah, and also we got laundry to do because we got to prep stuff for the weekend.
Yeah, we need to switch stuff over.
Yeah. So anyway, again, thank you guys for sticking around with us and also for listening to us ramble for all this time.
Misty says die of old age a few days after posting your final video.
Yeah, exactly. So, I know we kind of went way off the rails here.
Oh, man. Where are the rails?
We have already left them across the horizon. So, anyway, we will catch you guys sometime next week. Hopefully the same usual midweek stream, because we're not planning on staying away from home that long. Again, though, you're probably going to have a hard time reaching either of us for the next few days, because we're heading out to the country to go and hang out with her dad and her mom at the country place so that we can celebrate Father's Day and her dad's birthday out there where it's nice and calm and country and peaceful, and we can all
potentially raining.
Potentially raining, yeah. We're probably going to get dumped on out there. However, we have tabletop games to occupy ourselves with indoors, so that we can all just unplug and chill and enjoy the weekend. So we will catch you guys after that. So I'm Kinsmar Level Press.
I'm Violeta.
And as always, we wish you all good gaming and Godspeed.
Bye.
I am super thirsty.
Oh, man.
Like, whoa.